In my situation, I end up in the fight, them did bust my jaw, the teeth them fly out, sever from the nerve. I may hold up my jaw, but I feel it. And when I reach hospital hours later now, I feel the breeze blow past the nerve in my jaw. I say, oh shit. Like, that's how. So bipolar can be literally your brain and neck up.
Welcome back to another episode of the Right Now podcast. Of course, I'm your girl Raven, and listen, we got a full house today. Sitting next to me is my beautiful co-host.
Hi guys, it's Danica again.
And of course, we got Tyrese on the talkaphone.
For the first time I see me, so I can't understand where the money is coming from.
And of course, a returnee of the pod.
Right.
Hi, Jamar. How are you?
Hi, what's going on? I'm good.
Good. Glad to have you back. Today, we're going to be talking about something very, very important. Right? And of course, that is our mental health. Right? So before we get any further, I want to just ask a question to the entire room, which is, how is everybody doing today? Like, how are you genuinely feeling today, right here in this moment? Danik?
Hungry.
Okay. Yeah, you are hungry.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry guys. I have a hard stomach.
All right, so Danik is hungry. Tyrese, how are you today?
Tired, but go and sort it out.
That's an interesting word there, or phrase. Soldier it out. We're gonna come back to that.
Teeth are boiled, but
Right. Jamar, how are you? How are you today?
we do a combination with the hungry, the tired, and I feel like I just feel very need $5 million. I just feel you know what I mean? Yeah.
I can get behind that.
Okay.
USD.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, nice.
But Raven, how are you?
Thank you for asking. I'm okay. I could be way better, but I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm here today. I'm alive.
Amen.
Hallelujah, sister. Amen.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna ask another question. Jamar, what does mental health mean to you personally?
What does it mean? I think for me it just means being in a state of balance. As somebody with mental health struggles of my own, if I'm mentally healthy, it means I'm on top of my illness and I'm also stable. So for me, for a regular person might be like, oh no man, I'm good, but for me it's just stability. Like I'm not up or down, I'm just on a constant line. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Do you want to share further? Because you mentioned that.
Oh, so I'm so used to people knowing already.
I mean, I know.
For the public.
I know, but I wanted to give you the opportunity to say it if you wanted to in this space, right?
Right. No man, we have to say it on right now. So I am diagnosed bipolar type 1. That's my diagnosis. I feel like some ADHD mixed in there. It's undiagnosed, so I'm just gonna pretend say it though, did it? But I kind of feel like that, did it too. Usually with people, it's like a cocktail of or a mixture of things in there. But for now, officially diagnosed bipolar type 1.
Okay, and for the persons who don't know what that is, can you expound?
Okay, sure. Especially for Jamaica, people hear bipolar and them things say, so sometimes you're happy and sometimes you're sad.
Yeah.
But it's more complicated. It is a mood disorder. So it is characterized by changing moods, but it's more in terms of you can get hallucinations, you can get delusions in extreme cases. My case was extreme back in the day, years ago. So I get ideation that, I have powers or, I can boom flick off of the roof and all sort of crazy things because the brain is that powerful. But all it is an imbalance of the chemicals in the brain. So in my head, it's no different than when you say, you have diabetes which of course is inability to regulate insulin. Same thing, it's just your brain juice them kind of wonky. So my brain juice them it kind of wonky, and we get on treatment and we get it stable and we're good to go now.
Okay, so that means that you have to take like medication every day,
Well,
or
used to. So initially they said for the rest of your life you have to take the medication here.
Mhm.
And me and my mother we never really like that. So our mission was to see how soon we can get off. Currently I'm off and I found my own way of regulating. For some cases that might not be possible. You might very well have it for the rest of your life, just dip on the medication. But it's dangerous because as we know, with pharmaceuticals, you have the side effects over
Yeah.
time. They don't even know what the long-term effects are. Funny enough, recently my medication came under fire abroad. It was pulled and they're under litigation because it shouldn't be prescribed. When them study it further and say, oh no, this is actually not for bipolar people and it's actually damaging. But me never know that. We did just come off on instinct, so you
Yeah.
can imagine.
Right.
So the mental health thing is very deep. It's like an iceberg, right?
Wow,
Yeah.
that was a lot.
No, just
Well, thank you for sharing, though,
No, of
Jamar, and
course.
just being open about that.
yeah, man. We
And I
can-
hope that, somebody who is listening right now can, if you're undiagnosed or
Right.
just
I'd
going
encourage-
through that or whatever it
Yeah.
is, you know that there's help out there and you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, no, fully.
Once you have that support. Well, definition by the Google. Mental health is a state of emotional, psychological, and social well-being that influences how individuals think, feel, act, and handle stress.
Mm.
So this brings me to my next question. And I don't want to seem like I'm targeting one group of people,
Right.
but I probably am. Do you think Jamaican people
Mm.
understand what mental health is? Do you think we pay close attention to what mental health is? Do you think we prioritize mental health here in Jamaica?
I feel like nowadays people more knowledgeable, Back maybe like up to 5 years ago, I'd have say, oh, everybody just dark. But now, even on social media, I'm seeing a lot of people, not even just what them call the articulate minority, regular people on TikTok. If they see somebody crashing out in a video, them say, oh, when I can't laugh, sister the dog, I go through something. Them don't know why, Them don't know how to describe. Them just say, sister, I go through something. So we're at a place where people are recognize it now, I think. Just start though. Just start.
As a culture, we are getting there because a couple years ago, as he said, a man a crash out. Oh, something wrong with him.
Yeah,
even medication wise, because there was a stigma as it relates to Bellevue. Got Bellevue, them inject you, and they're trying to regulate your emotion, regulate what's happening with you, but you just end up a chip. Because even mental health, a lot of people that you see on the street are homeless are mad. Them probably go through one thing. Keyword mad. Them probably go through one thing, and that just send them off the railing. Or the fact that people treat them differently, treat them away, they just get to that point. Because even it's like a simple high schooler. They're going through something and people laugh off of them and that just send them off. But no, well, I'm not going to say thank God for COVID, but now that people are sitting down, they're online, they're listening, they're seeing all this, they're actually connected to the point where they actually say, let me sit down and watch what's happening, let me figure out stuff. It's more a space where you can talk about, you feel more supported. Because the thing is, fun fact, Jamaica had a suicide alarm, a lot of person didn't know about it, but person are calling a person are doing this and that. Person are actually seeking help, and that's the best thing. And they're getting help. Because they're seeking it alone. Man probably laughed about a couple years ago, but now people are actually like, let's check in, let's do this, let's do that. There's steps towards, not just Bellevue injection and that's it.
Right.
And you made an excellent point too. I think it was 2024. The percentage of men that committed suicide was very high. That was very troubling, Yeah, Danny, what do you think Jamaica is on the up and up as it relates to mental health and understanding it?
No, since as Tyree said, after COVID, I think persons didn't realize that something might be wrong with them until they were that isolated and living with the fear of catching the disease, dying, all of those things. They can't see family, they can't talk to person, they can't go outside. So I think with social media, we have started to now do more research. We are knowing about different things, and we're like, okay, maybe this is actually happening to a friend of mine and whatever, or to me. And now I think that we are getting there. We're not there yet by a long shot, but we're getting there.
Yeah. So another question I want to pose to the room.
Cha-cha.
Has anyone here ever, been to therapy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, just you. I mean, I'm including myself. I've been to therapy. Then, oh, you have been.
Wow.
Okay, nice. I think you have not been.
Wow.
Why haven't you been? Do you?
But hold on. First of all, why you say wow?
You feel bad saying no go, or you surprised say all we go? Which one?
Right. Number one, I feel bad, so I don't go.
Okay.
And two, I'm surprised that everyone in the room basically
Yeah,
has
it's your
gone.
society shift now. She has been away.
You're left out, girl. You're left out.
Are you judging me?
Rebecca voice. But the thing is to go back to COVID as well as slowing down and understanding yourself, because even with therapy, a lot of reasons why you end up in therapy is because you slow down. You yourself don't see what's happening, but you slow down to understand what's happening. Because even I'm a college student, we've all been to high school, we've all been to this and that, but you're so ramped up on everyday life, like you're going faster, gotta do this and that, you don't see what's happening.
Of course.
Because you with me, honestly, I'm a big person. In high school, in around fifth form, that was the worst time of my life mentally, but I was ripped, like had abs, everything. We show a picture after. I slowed down. I realized that something was genuinely wrong with me, because my mother knows my signs. My skin is clearing, but it was so bad that I got back knee. Like my back would full of hives. I want to eat, I want to sleep. But slowing down helps a lot. Like you slow down. The fun thing about therapy, for the people, I'm looking at the camera, for the people out there, you saying that therapy is the material something I already know. But the thing about therapy lets you slow down, have a free space to communicate with somebody. Slow down and listen and talk, and like a talk back. When you have a conversation with anybody, you know wrong with it, but you know slow down for think about what's happening.
Yeah, but for me now, I know that if I go to a therapist now, she's gonna tell me that I'm mad. Something is wrong with me.
Why do you? That's the thing. You need
I
to figure out
know.
what's happening.
Why mad? Mad in what
No,
sense?
because she's going to say,
Check out.
or him, whichever one, they're going to say that, Danique, you weren't built properly. They're going to have to say that to me in layman terms for me to get that it's serious.
So wouldn't it then be pertinent
No.
to
It's
find
better.
out from no? Catch it early.
Danny,
Yeah.
Better
No,
that
but
I
not
continue.
no, but not only that. If you already know, isn't a part of therapy getting the
Danny.
help?
But the thing is, you have Leah.
Better. I've been continuing life for 27 years. I'm okay.
It's not like them old man there.
No.
Yeah.
Danny,
But I love how this podcast is turning into us encouraging the kids that need to go to therapy.
no, but the thing is, Danny, you have Leah. Do you know that some mental illness are through? Is it called hereditary?
Mm-hmm.
You have Leah. You need to get checked out, because Leah might have it, and you might see the signs as well. As depends on what you have. They might postpartum is a kind of like mental, right?
I had postpartum depression.
No, but the thing is, with Leah now, you had postpartum, but the thing is that you might something else might be happening, and a day comes where you don't know what happened with you, and you just crash out with Leah. Or Leah is going through something when she gets older, for help her, you have the signs, you're like, me they have it, so she can live with it, but you need to figure what's happening.
All right. So that's a misconception. I can understand. I get angry very easily. Like irritated. You understand?
That's how we say you beat man in a
I don't beat man, but I get pissed off.
Mhm.
I'll just stop talk to you. I get nonverbal.
Hmm.
Right? So with Leah, I understand my signs and I can see it from her. Sometimes you hear she says something, and I'm just like, Mahalia, why you so morbid? My mother used to say that to me all the time. Right? So I understand her cues and I'll be able to guide her a little bit better because I know myself. You get me?
So you don't want to get guided by the therapist, though?
No.
Yeah, prescribe medication.
I
but you
love
not
how the
take it.
room. Why?
No, because you see,
Room setting up.
right for me.
All eyes are on you. Yeah.
Like,
You know why you say why with such a in that way? Like you say, you're crazy. Like what is why you view that as being so crazy?
You have a bad experience?
it's not that it's crazy to do. It's just for me. I would prefer not to have definitive answer that this whatever.
I think that's
you
a general
understand?
style of Jamaica.
Exactly.
Even with regular doctoring, them no want, them feel like as you know, everything starts coming
Right.
down.
Exactly.
You can feel
Because
say you're sick. You know say you're sick, but you don't want the doctor to tell you say you're sick.
Come down, you know. When your brain know now, you notice the sign them where you did not
Realization.
ignore before. And I say it come down, you know. Some of the
And I think that's where the
Mm.
stress kicks in because now
Yeah,
that
and the
you're so
stress
conscious.
exacerbates.
yeah, and then we
Of
get
what it is.
hypertensive, and then we're just dead.
No.
guys.
What the hell?
What is God?
Don't worry about it, man. Well,
I mean, stress is literally the number one killer.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can have a disease,
True.
but it's the stress that brings on the disease or kills you. And I mean, Jamar has an illness.
I know that.
I also have an illness. So I know, and I've been told by my doctors, do not stress. Because once you stress out,
Right.
you're gonna have a problem. And I've seen it, happen physically and mentally within my body that I just cannot
Yeah.
stress.
Yeah.
Right? So, but
But me,
I hope by the end of this episode,
Yeah.
then you can say, I'm gonna go to therapy.
but what if she went to therapy for the stress first,
Mhm.
and then she go tackle the rear?
Yeah.
You see me? I'm saying, you get me? You see, look at style.
Yeah, you can't trick me. Can't trick me.
I'm gonna take baby steps. Baby steps. I take baby
Yeah,
steps.
get me.
I
Okay.
take baby steps.
So I wanna dig a little bit deeper now. So Tyrese, you mentioned that you went to therapy.
Mm.
Would you like to share with us why you went to therapy in the first place?
Well, 3 factors for those who knew me in high school. Well, I can't say that on camera, but
Share whatever you're comfortable with.
Woman.
no, that later in the life. But then time after, like
Generally-
in a 6 1 I'm trying to say them girl are wicked, but we talk about that later.
And it always wicked to certain.
But yeah. I was in denial. But the first time was that firstly I had anger issues. Like me a fight every day. Like when I say things I just laugh, that's me learning to just make it well from back. As well as depression to the point where I got a urine infection because I could not get up out of bed, nothing. Like mostly I missed a lot of days of school. The reason why Casey alone for graduate because they understood that it's better do me as long as the fact that I'm getting work done, they're like, yeah, he's getting better.
You're just on autopilot.
Yeah.
A lot.
As well as I had insomnia to the point where it led to semi-delusions. So insomnia in the way that I would only get 2 hours of sleep a night, and then that would be me. Like I'll be the friend that takes hours a night, and that's how I got into gym because like hours a night is still up your workout. At the same time, it worked for me until it didn't work for me, my body shut down. But yeah, it was mostly high school. I tried it in college, but the time. Someone has said that every person in engineering is either mentally ill or something like going with them. Cause we're stressed out. Come on, trigger is stressed, we're stressed out, but we don't have time to slow down, actually sit down and talk to somebody. Yeah.
Jamar, when did you realize that something was going on with you?
Well, my illness usually appears around adolescence. That's when the hormones are pumping, like them start pump some juices, and then if your brain chemistry is off, it's gonna throw it off. Normal people, your hormones come in. Yeah, things get weird, but it's not to the extent that happened with me. So when me come in, they're about like 5th form, 6th form, and I start zone out, I start getting emotional. I was always kind of an emotional youth, but we're talking extremes. In class and in my head, me get up and walk around and come back, but me never move. Or me did things say me quiet, and the dog I say, yo, what you talk about? I mean, I say, yo, me been a talk. So it's like I'm losing my grip on my mental facilities in different ways. But because of how we stay at that time, back in the day, we never conscious, so people did think say a demon position, that was the first go-to. Whereas it's a Christian school, father passing, and then the community around also. So they must say, yeah man, watch gotta get some olive oil and
Mm-hmm.
we are gonna do the chanting. Now when you come at a bipolar person, all you do is amplify. Right? I'm responding to stimulus in extreme ways. So if you apply more stimulus, where before it was
So
calm, you're gonna be a
overload.
problem. So you chant after me and cast out one devil or call me a devil. Then me gonna start exhibit the signs of being a devil. And then the chanting I get more intense. And then me I get more devilish. So that's what it kept happening.
So now you're a possessed child.
Right.
Yeah.
Proper.
Yeah.
Until somebody step in and look for everybody and say, nah man, you're no matter than him, man. You don't feel like say I could try to take him guy away. And my parents are very open minded,
Mhm.
even though they're Christian people, they're still there. Them just want them son good. So if somebody said, let's try another avenue, let's try another avenue, we go. And them say, oh no, this look like schizophrenia. And I'm saying, no, that's not schizophrenia. Further testing, or it's bipolar. And then my parents are very receptive to knowledge. I'm saying, all right, I can read up about that something, yeah. What's the treatment until eventually I get to a point where them say, okay, it's not the demon possession. Not just to discount that is real or not,
Mhm.
but you can pray and you can take medication. Is where we arrive.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Big up your parents.
yeah, man. I'm good people, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Because you see, God works. We all know that God works. You know what I mean? But you still have to do your
man.
part of the work too, which is if you need to go doctor,
Yeah.
you have to go doctor.
That God makes sense.
You have to go doctor. Did you find it difficult though to tell persons around you that like your partner, your person, somebody you're dating?
You're very ambitious at that time. I have no sauce, but no, continue the question.
Your friends. Yeah.
So I was like very contrasting my year. I was a nerd. So like we were always like
Oh no. I was a nerd.
Oh, okay, no, Trey say I have abs and them thing there. The things are sports and them thing.
No man. I was that person everybody know, but
Okay.
we talk to nobody because I'm really there at school.
Okay. No man, I was a fool. So we're used to just talking, because when I subscribe to the machismo or whatever, we don't nerd and so
Mhm.
There's nothing
so
wrong
it
with
was
being a
easy for
nerd,
me to be
though.
like, yo, this is what's going on. Me never have a afraid. My friends are pretty open. To this day, I have the same set of friends from school days. So them just adjust and say, all right, well, what for do me G? I check in if it like them I try understand
Yeah.
themselves the situation. So luckily for me, I had people around me that were very conducive to what you need for bipolar is a strong community. Because there's a point in an illness where you're just gone and you can't help yourself, and it depends on who is around you.
Yeah.
Now, my case, you get to a point where I'll go Ward 21 for 2 weeks, and I get to see what other individuals who don't have that look like. So, we attack a literal gunman, right? We go in there, and everybody I say, oh, how you end up in here, right? So, me I say, oh, I wasn't doing well at school and this and that. I'm gonna say, how about you? Man say, oh, somebody say something to me and me dark up and shot him, And I said, oh. Man say, yeah man, this is my area. Them tell me which area I'm governs and thing. And I say, oh. I'm gonna say, yeah man, and them there hype me up and thing, and nobody never thinks nothing wrong, come on, a bad man. I said, yeah man. So his environment kind of make it more, it's catalyzing it, yeah, whereas my environment was bringing me down. So it was a very interesting to see, and that's why I appreciate my circle, and know say for somebody with an illness like that, who is around you is very important. If you not have them, you need to find them, right? So
fun fact here, I've known Jamal. We've known each other for
quite some
a
time.
very long time.
We never look so.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
still very handsome though. From them time, from a longer time, Jamal did handsome. And we met because we worked on IT and Fancy Cat together. We have some skits out there together.
I remember Husband Shop vividly.
Yes. And I remember you coming in as a writer and editor and doing all the things. And I know this is something that I probably never told you before, but like we were always good.
Yeah.
But I remember some days we would show up at work and he would talk to me like you would talk to me today,
Yeah.
and they would come work tomorrow, and he does not care to speak to me, and I always wondered like,
Yeah, nah.
did I do something wrong? Why isn't he speaking to me? Or like 1 minute will good, and then him still I'm gonna edit, and me I talk to him, and he's just like not talking to me, and I was just like, I always wonder like, what did I do to him?
Nothing.
As a right. So when he came out publicly, no, and I was like, oh
There's
my
everything
god.
click up.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, man. And they're
no.
talking up helping them because this happens a lot. Everybody, I come to me and I say, oh, you know, somebody didn't have you up. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
So-
Well, we don't really have you,
No,
but
but no, you mean,
you know,
what you
but
mean.
I was
No,
just
man.
like, wow, like
Yeah.
what did I? But then again, like we would arrive at work and he would just not speak to me. But then by the time we get on set,
Right.
we're good. And then by the time we're done film again, I get back to the office, he's not talking to me again. So I was like, what? I'm so confused.
I'm so sorry, hush.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to apologize for
Should I
that.
say, well, a fight with a fight.
No, I wouldn't fight and I would have ball.
Yeah. No, I like to give
Hey, get that therapy.
I like to give people grace because I was just trying to understand like what was going on, but yeah. So you see, sometimes we are around people and sometimes they exhibit some behaviors, and it's a little confusing. It might hurt your feelings too.
True.
But that's why we have to give people grace and just be out like a good friend, or just ask, "Are you okay?" You know what I mean? Because sometimes some people are really going through things
Fact.
and they're not aware that they're going through, because sometimes you are not able to look inward to say, okay, I am going through something and I do need help. Because oftentimes you're just projecting.
Well, conversely, too, you know, sometimes them know, and their solution is to avoid you or shut you out to protect you. In a feed them head, them things say that a help. So it's
Yeah.
But
that's
you just
what
don't know.
affects your relationships, because I remember vividly I was dating somebody at the time, and like I was going through something. She's like, "Oh, mama help." But the thing is, you know, it was so bad that let's just put it, my house has like a hole in there, like crash out, like full of like mash up things, everything. But I knew that I was going to someone, was like, whenever I want her around me, she took it personally, and I spoke to her and everything, because even my friends know. Thank God, I say this every day. Thank God that I went to all boys school, because thing is, you know, like the narrative that the media push, like as a man, you talk too much, I laugh off for you. That was in my head. So like my friend them around me know, like where you know man friendship go. You know, now got talk for couple months. You know, so no good. Can call them, say they miss, say 4 or 6 months gone. Them call me, say, oh, what gone? And we talk and everything. Even they don't accept that they're going through stuff. But I know my triggers and I see things in them. So I call them like, yo, bro, what gone? We sit down and talk, everything. So your environment is what does good for you. Because even with my mother, when I was going through something, my mother balls, things there's something she do.
oh my god.
Things there's something she do. And that kind of, because that's why I kind of have, this is the first time I'm actually saying this, I had beef with church. Because like I went to the elders about it. They pushed me, said that, oh, you need God, like fully depend choir, baptize everything. Then I realized like this is not helping. This is not fixing anything. It was so bad that I don't think y'all can see my hands, but like some parts of my hand means like hurt myself. Cause the only thing I would have stopped like what's happening, like only thing I would have feel something is by either like injuring myself working out to the point where like when I bruised, or I literally like burning myself, stuff like that. This is the first time. Mommy, if you watch this, yeah, it's not the first time actually I talk about this.
Wow, thank you for sharing that, Tyrese. That's a lot. That's very brave of you to say that. A general question to the room. Yeah.
And that's why I take off the glasses about you, man. Oh my god. Oh my
A
god.
general question to the room, because I feel like it's more acceptable or normal, or it seems more okay for women to talk about or issues or feelings, or talk about going to therapy. You know, do you think here in Jamaica we create enough safe space for men to express themselves? And I want the men to answer before us.
No.
Hell nah.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Tyrese is saying no.
Bro, you better look down, sit down with some chronic class, some skip and go
Bro.
in your room.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
that's why there's so much money out there with dark, you know.
Is it okay? All right. And all right. So then if the men don't feel comfortable sharing, having enough safe space to share,
Right.
so that means that us women
Uh-huh.
aren't creating that safe space
Not
to
necessarily.
share.
Not
It's
just women.
everybody created this
That's a
thing, yeah.
culture.
Everybody,
Okay.
Jamaica is like a concentrated pot of like pressure, particularly for men. We're very traditional, like we're still behind on the world in these matters. So it's like we have a stressful society, third world country, economic issues, and you can't talk about it to otherwise, you know. Yeah, mama, man.
Weak.
Thing.
But that's the thing, you know. That's why, like, that's why them say sometimes them say, "Oh, man love man." Stick with me now. Stick with me now.
Alright.
Stick with me now.
I'm trying.
Stick with me now. Stick with me now. Because sometimes a man that me feel better for talk to him virgin, but something want go on than talk to him one because him know say yo. Him virgin when I'm more sympathize him because one of my friend he went through something and him come to school and ball and that the first time we ever hug like all I will hug him because like you know I'm gonna get thumping if everybody feel it for the dog.
True.
So like we feel if you want to hug him, but it's like the culture like that's why them say sometimes man love man, but someone take it to the extreme. Take it to the extreme. Like instead of go talk to a woman say woman a body and no me I go drink me and go home and dog them once a night.
Yeah.
You will love man for that.
Yeah.
Like you take it to the extreme. But same time, you know, because the culture is that something you feel like you can't talk to your partner, you can't talk to one about certain things, you don't talk to a man. But sometimes you know some of the dog them gone too far.
That's true. You had us in the first half, I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah, you have to stick
brought
with
it
me. You
home.
have to stick
He brought
with
it
me. Stick
home.
with me.
Brought it
Okay,
home.
so then that brings me to my next question then. What is it that we need to do to ensure that we are creating more safe space for men to come and express themselves, especially without judgment?
I think it's gonna require a lot of introspection. Nobody can do it like one-on-one either. It's all around us, you know. It's in a church, it's in a workplace. Like even even everybody here probably have some ideas that are damaging to that to some effect. Like even in my head, like man not supposed to cry a certain way, even though we should, you know, and we can just to how me grow or the era me grow up now. I just can't see myself crying a certain amount of times per year. That's in my per
Every
year.
10 a trial up like cut it.
Me never say month, you know, me say year. Like,
I say a chicken don't tell us right.
yeah, man, like,
My boss four times I want to cry.
like if a situation happen, me have to check the cry like, no, me can't waste the ball.
Not take tally.
No, but-
You
and
have to sometimes because like if me got something last year and my foot broke, me have to say doctor does set it back in my can't ball. You know, I for the stuff you
Okay.
But on a serious note though, we use comedy, don't take it serious, but we use comedy as a way for make we feel better about
Oh, I
the
get that.
stories.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so funny more time, you know?
Yeah. Hilarious. Yeah.
But to your question, as I say,
Yeah.
it's gonna require somebody who is more educated on it and has risen above it. I don't think I fully rise above it. It's that person to sit down and have some sessions with people on a community level. Then we are look into you have some legislation that is still damaging in terms of you know how men and women relate. You have things in the workplace that are still damaging not just for men but women. So enough little levels, you know. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. As I say, somebody probably more qualified,
Yeah.
social worker, so need to start a thing. We can start early too in our schools because that's how the seed starts, you know. That's why I'm having the problem now
When you
because
hit
I'm from
puberty.
high school. That in me, so it's hard for break out. So that's the best place to start in my head.
And you know, obviously we're all grown folks in here. So I want to narrow it down a bit more.
All right.
You know, because then, you know, when you are in a relationship, you want to ensure that you are you're not stressed out already, you know. You are with someone who because for you, Jamar, you need to make sure that you are with somebody that
Facts.
understands.
No, my thing different.
Right.
Yeah.
and ensure that she creates that space for you and understand that when you are going through this thing, this is what you need. So for the women out there that are watching, we have 2 men on the couch. Hey, yeah, we have 2 men on the couch. What would you guys want from a potential partner, woman in your life, to ensure that she provides in that space
Yeah, I forgot first, bro.
for you? Or I mean, we can start with Jermaine.
Come on, we can go
Because
first.
Jermaine know the things them already, you know. Maybe Jermaine can.
Married.
I mean, as I said earlier, just less ignorant, more openness, and just sometimes it's not even you need you need advice. Sometimes you just need a listening ear, because men oftentimes they're going through stuff, but they know what they are doing. It's just that it's hard. So sometimes them just want to come home to a open ear, a hug, or a little rub down on your head, or you know what. You know? You know what I mean? But you go through it and you know, say eventually you go get it done, or whatever it is going to pass. But you just need a safe environment for just be able to just shed and just be vulnerable, or just not have to be like the man, all the time.
Times.
And you
Certain
made a good
women just
point.
want you to be the man. You need to be the man. You know?
You made a very good point, because I've realized that about men as I get older, that men oftentimes, you guys know what the problem is. You also know how to solve the problem.
Yeah.
It's just that you probably just need some time, and as you said, just to say it out aloud to someone. And I find that oftentimes as women, when you tell us the issue, we want to, as you said, give you advice or tell you how to fix the problem. And I realize that men oftentimes don't want women to tell you guys like how to
They
fix
just
it,
want
because
to
they already
listen.
know how to fix
No,
it.
we just
And it's
want
not
to
saying
slow
that you guys don't need help, but I realize that men need more like support,
It's comfort, yeah.
behind you to say, yeah, man, that you can do it, man. I'm right here if you need me, but I know you can do it. And as a woman, I'm admitting that that's something that I had to learn and realize, because I'm a problem solver. I have my own, I can solve it right away. You tell me a problem, I can tell you how to fix it. But like being in relationships, I've realized that, especially if you're with a man that's well thinking, him have him head screw on properly, he doesn't necessarily need you to tell him what to do. He already has the solution, because that's what men are. Men are raised to, because when we as women have issues and we come to you, you guys can help us. You guys are fixers. We don't know if to fix a thing.
Yeah.
So I think as women, sometimes and I've said it before, I got probably say it again for the woman, sometimes we need to do less talking.
Oh my
Sometimes we
God.
need to just
No, not this.
you understand? No, and I'm not trying to be shady, like as a woman, I have learned that sometimes we need to stop talking and just listen and stop just trying to tell men what to do.
Yeah.
All them need sometimes is just the one for just sit there, listen, and then you guys can just take it from there. And as Jeremy said, that's probably, you look a rub down. I'm not good to go.
Yeah, man, wear that little thing there where say me like see, See me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a saying that we are at home. So like home is where the heart is. At the same time, it's like when I leave. Well, we for the previous episode, even admits I'm toxic, but I'm a lover boy inside. I have home. So the thing is, how I see it at the end of the day, my day out in the world, my leave work, my all that, I want to come home, silence. So when I come home to her, when she rub me down, that's my silence. Let me finish. That's my silence.
They say, she couldn't even.
She couldn't even finish. Like, no, that's my. When I say,
Or
silence,
even just tell us.
Exactly. But that's my silence. Like everything happening around me, I'm fixing this and that. When I come home, just one header up. That's my silence. Like everything just slow down, just stop.
Yeah, man.
Just stop.
Oh, peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
That's right, because especially as creatives, our world is very chaotic.
Yep.
So I'm not trying to come home and have another chaotic situation. That's why me can't have a pit bull. Me need a nice little toy dog. Me can't come in from my chaotic day and me feel assert. I'm like, not like, no, bro. Just come cuddle me. You know what I mean?
But I do understand what Taris is saying. Sometimes you do get the peace, but as well as you just want some silence, you want quiet. And this is something that I learned in the last couple of months, which is I am a very excitement. Like, I'm just very like, oh my I am like that. And when my person comes home, I am very excited. I'm like greeting you at the door, like, oh my God, how's your day?
Like a little puppy.
What's going on? Yeah, like that's me. I'm so excited. And there were a couple nights where he came home and he was just very quiet. And for me, I was just like, oh, I'm being ignored.
Why do you hate me?
And I'm starting, I'm right. I'm in my feelings, like, why you don't want to talk to me? What's going on? And then we just had a conversation. He's like, he's like, I'm not ignoring you. But he's like, when I come home sometimes, especially when it was a very long and rough day, I just want to just not talk. I just want to come
Decompress.
down. And he's like, that means I just probably want to watch something for like an hour. And then as soon as I come off that, then I'm all yours. But like sometimes when I come, I just want.
You know, even with that, as man, we're honest, you know, like
Yes.
we're not gonna say, yo, we're just like when we're silent sometimes.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong,
It's
like,
not nothing.
nothing wrong with
Yeah,
this.
it's just literally them just wanting to just be quiet. Them just want quiet.
Yeah, but me, I'm not going to know that as soon as you come through
But
the
that's
door.
what
Like
you
you have
should
to
have learned.
explain.
Right. So that's what I'm
Learn.
saying. I learned that. I
No,
was
I'm not your
told that.
pet.
No, that's the thing that steps to relationship. Because,
Yes.
because thing is, when you date somebody, you're not gonna do this. But like, if you don't get to the point when they're moving, you're gonna figure that out about them.
Yes.
Like, niggas,
That's what I'm saying. Because I had to know, had the conversation, because I was like, why are you ignoring me? Because why you come home and you're excited to see me and I'm excited to see you? And he's like, no, babe, I just need like an hour. I'm on my phone or I'm on the tablet or you see me, I watch TV. It's not you. I just want like an hour to just and put yes.
I can understand that because I get that way.
I do
need
too.
peace. I don't want you to talk
But
to me.
I
just
realize
leave me
that
alone.
we do it differently. Like we will want probably come home and tell them about our day and the person that work,
And
what
I'm
it
trying to
annoy
forget
with.
that.
I
You're
don't
not
want to
trying to
tell
rehash
you.
that.
I don't want to tell you
Right.
anything about my day. I
Right.
want you to just leave me alone. I
Yeah.
need to be in my own space.
But as
Yeah.
man, we have that thing, you know, everybody like someone we got the bathroom for like a good 30 minutes. Like sit down on your phone, like
Yes.
oh, you
do
go.
that.
It's like before you go inside,
Just in the car.
you just sit down in the car, it's silent.
I've
mistake.
realized that too, that men just want to sit in their car for a bit
Engine and
or
run.
go in at the bathroom. And I'm saying it's weird, but you are right, Terry. It's like that has to be communicated because if you just come home every day and go in at the bathroom for 30 minutes,
Like,
Yeah, I think maybe.
why are you in the bathroom for 30 minutes? Or you
Yeah,
come home
touch
and you
something.
park at the gate and you're out there for 45 minutes in a car. And because now I'm just like,
Do I have
you
another
are
one?
doing something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what are
but
you
that's
hiding?
what I'm about to say. Like the next part of the problem, as I said, is just the ignorance. Like
Barely.
a lot of men tell their partners this, and the partner do not believe.
It just go.
Them don't believe. It's like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
Why would
then
you?
it's just the
Why
people.
would you want
Sometimes
to
I think
be
it's
by
just the people
yourself?
that you pick up as well.
Yeah.
Facts too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and that's what I'm saying to what Jermaine is saying. Like, I had to really just sit down, have the conversation, and be like, "Oh, like
Yeah.
that's what you're
A
doing."
key thing for me, relationship wise, is that we're not sure what a relationship wise that at the end of the day, as a man or as a woman, we're run by a different logic. So if your partner tell you this, believe it and done.
And if you're not
Don't
just
be
a
a- don't be
partner,
a
you're
yummy,
just not
though.
just a
Don't be a
partner.
yummy.
Facts.
And
Don't be a
that's just the
yummy,
thing,
though.
you know, because if
That's
your
a
partner
different
tell you
issue.
this, right, and you don't want to believe
That's a
them,
different issue,
then you
though.
have a next issue for you, contend with. Because if your partner tell you, you should just be able to
Yeah.
understand it. So now every day I go home and I'm just like, okay, all right, I know he's gonna come on, he's gonna do this. Make sure the food cooked. If you want, show the food, put it there so you can eat. I'm gonna go in the room and watch my housewives
That's nice.
and whatever until him,
Yeah.
feel like him up. And I was like, I'm good with that now, because now I understand what that is, and I'm not being ignored.
But to take it different, so we are talking about already in the relationship, right?
Yeah.
As somebody we out here in dating now, how do we go about that? Because it's different when you're dating, when you try to figure out the person. I think
Yeah.
you should figure it out before you're there with them.
I think that's gonna be hard, because when you're dating somebody, like you're not like, especially when you haven't gotten to the sleeping over phase,
Right.
it's gonna be hard to
But
know
you can
that.
get it during their texting, like the frequency of texting
Not
and
really.
calling
Not,
and
re-
conversation.
not really, because life differs for everybody.
You can try this out, everything.
Yeah, you're not
You have
gonna
to- you have to
learn.
live it.
on-
So I think you have to live together with somebody before you're married.
Yes,
Sorry,
you're
Christians,
not
but-
gonna learn certain things about your
like
person
I have to
until you start spend a lot of time in
Excess
your
time.
personal space. So like the sleeping over to the moving in period, that's when you're learning like
Crucial.
a whole nother set of things where you're like,
Crucial.
That's
That's
why I keep-
even the noises when them a brush them teeth.
Yeah, Mr. Jeremy, that's very true. And it varies from person to person that you date. Because then every man have them own things, and every woman have them idiosyncrasies that they have too. So you have to just figure it out as you go along and just have to be honest and open to just have those conversations when those things come up. And just either you're going to learn to live with it, or because at that stage you're going to be like, yeah, me cannot live with
You know,
this.
from
Yeah,
a
do
mental
the
health point of view,
most.
touching to what Danique says, mental health is something massive in a relationship because my previous partner, we both had our issues, but at the same time, touching to home thing, we figured out a way that we could help each other, like slow down. Because one thing that we did is just in the moment the world was loud and we're to channel more PTSD.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Tyrese.
How much cry you have left for you? Check your phone and see.
No, I check this morning. I have like 6 more.
Okay, alright, you're good then, man. You're good. Let it out, man. Let it out.
Right.
But yeah, but this is like you have to factor in mental health in your relationship. Because thing is, as well as women, sometimes when you're extremely angry, sometimes stuff is happening with you. Stuff is happening with
So
you.
why hey?
Did you see that look like Danique? I'm talking to you.
Yeah, we all know Danique in denial already.
I never said I was in denial, You shut your mouth.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you have to sit down and have the conversation. Now, one thing I can recommend for now as well as a couple, I did not do it. Group therapy.
Group.
Therapy.
Group therapy. Okay, that's interesting.
This is why it's a group therapy. You might know your individual issue, but the issue arises in the relationship. Because when you go to therapy, you speak about things that are bothering you, but it won't come up until the
I
relationship.
mean, like together, like you and you and the therapist.
Yeah.
How many things say like a
Like,
group of
like we
couple?
idiots.
No.
Me no want
We
them
don't
people
want
that
that.
know what
I didn't see.
So, yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah, you, your partner, and the therapist, sit down and talk. But at the same time, pick a neutral therapist. Nobody go to one friend, yeah, because that's like go
Oh,
bad.
absolutely
Yeah,
not.
that's
like
not
somebody
good.
who is licensed.
Absolutely. It has to be a licensed therapist.
As well
That's who we should
as
go
well
to.
as But yeah, group therapy. And one thing I recommend before anybody get married,
Therapy with your church.
With your
therapy
church.
with your
Yeah, with the church.
Counseling,
Church
yeah.
with the
No, but
church.
that is a requirement though. Like when you're getting
Yeah.
Marriage
married,
counseling, yeah.
your marriage counseling, your marriage that should happen.
I feel like that goes gets to the nitty gritty of the
I believe,
situations
yeah.
rather than you going to a psychologist or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like your pastor asks you the hardest questions and they're not there to help you.
Yeah.
They're there to show you
You
that this.
Are the
Yeah,
things.
because people say like you change up when you get married. No, things were there before, but it never out there until you got married. So you need to have a conversation, not only about like especially because like we have people who are avoidant, like relationship mixtures, avoidant and confrontational. The partner says something, you confront and them avoid it. So it's like make it one for the peace side, but it's a couple years down the line, like come up, divorce. COVID is an example. What if them are problem with each other? It's because them so busy out in the way, but so when them get together now, like sitting in the house together, you know, some we can't stand you. That's a divorce rate was up.
Oh,
during
we
them time
know,
there.
we
Yeah.
know. Because we like to sweep things under the carpet. Guys, stop sweeping. Don't sweep nothing under the carpet.
The carpet full. The carpet
Dust it
full.
out every now and again.
Yes.
Dust it out.
Yeah. I mean, to also be a little more thorough, for somebody like me, I'd have to have the therapist as well as the person. 'Cause my thing different.
Yeah.
My thing with the mental health, you have to know if me get to a certain point, if medication I have to go back upon, if you have to consider if you're picking, you're gonna get what me have. Are you ready for that? Did you think about that? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Latent genes, it's hereditary in my case. So I think it's a little more complicated when you get deep into the mental illness part of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something to consider too.
Yeah, I agree. I still like to have my therapist. I want to be able to just go to my therapist and just talk about stuff that I don't necessarily. Because I mean, we're individuals. You want to keep some things that are private to
I know
you, and some say you just need to go for just like a check-in with yourself, with just life that's happening. And then I always tell people, while you have your best friends or your family members, some things you have to just tell your therapist. Some things you don't tell your friends.
To that point when you're dating, how much you tell them when you tell them? Like
I think that just varies from person to person and relationship to relationship. Like, what is the trust
But
level
like you're
like?
dating, like when you just start date. I know say have that something yeah, when you tell it.
Oh wow.
When you start the
I,
conversation.
and I think it varies from person to person because the level of maturity of the person that you are
True,
dating to
true.
know that this is something that they can handle earlier on, or you have to wait a while. You understand? Like, I know for me with my illness, which is very a physical thing,
Yeah.
I like to state it from very early on in like a dating stage, like this is what I have, because then
Gauge how them.
it might change how I am in a moment with you. Because I might be like way up in my feelings, have an attitude, and you're just wondering like why I'm have an attitude or why my face said so.
Facts.
Because I'm having chronic pain right now, but me just
Yeah.
push through life because that's what you just have to do. You understand? So I like to state it and also let men know that this is a thing that's happening and can you handle it?
Facts.
Because
It's a
if you
good skill.
can't, if
Yeah.
you can't, then this does not
Life up.
work. You
Yeah.
understand? Because the first time I mentioned what my illness was, especially family members, a lot of people laughed at me.
Alive. Family and friends.
Family and friends. I cut off a lot of people because people say, "Oh, you have an old person disease,"
That's crazy.
not knowing that it's also hereditary, and I was
Yeah.
born with it. I just did not know I had it. Right? So I stated very early on, like, this is what I have. Yeah, can you handle it? Yes or no? If not, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Move on.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Sometimes when we say bye, when I say bye, you know, call them hot.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I feel it.
It's a lot.
Could I see me couple trip, go foreign, couple trip,
Foreign. Hey, man.
It was bad. It was bad. It was
Yeah.
bad. It was bad.
All right, guys, let's play a quick game.
All right.
This one is called Would You Rather Mind Edition. All right. So it says, would you rather have one person in your life who fully understands what you're going through mentally, or 10 people who try their best but never quite get it?
How can I question this?
Yeah.
The one person.
The one person.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one, somebody.
Shaking
What?
me.
Yeah, that's
Why Tyree said shaky film?
The thing is, when it's the one person, that person becomes tired at some point because you seek comfort, or you
consider that.
seek you seek
Consider that.
refuge. So you become tired at some point.
So you're saying maybe
but it
you
might
could-
depend on the person too.
No man, everybody. I'm telling you, everybody.
Yeah,
has their
human
limits.
being.
Everybody has their.
Well,
limits.
that's true.
Do you think you could teach maybe by a certain time you could at least get through to the 10 to a certain level? Maybe at that time
Exactly.
Yeah. Because with 10 there's probability as well as with the one person, when they get tired,
like that you have nothing.
not even that, when you depend on a person, when they're tired, your entire world crashes, breaks. When is that exactly? It's like
This is why I study engineering. You know what I'm saying? Probability. You're right, Tyree. Tyree said the probability.
Man,
Me
start
like
bringing
that,
numbers.
Tyrese. Me like that.
I'm gonna take the one.
You take the one.
If you fall, you fall, and the two of we just gone down the man.
Anyway, make it fuck off. That's how
the thing is, I've been through the ones, so I've seen how that goes.
Okay, from experience. Okay,
So
we
the
got
10,
you. We got you.
The 10 will be me.
Okay, fair.
All right.
Fair.
Would you rather have a bad mental health day and have to explain it to everyone around you, or suffer in silence and have no one notice at all?
Jesus Christ.
Suffer in silence.
This is a nightmare question. Either way.
Yeah.
So my answer is the right thing to do is the first option, but what I am going to do is the second option.
Exactly.
Man.
Okay, you see, the more
Says
explain
a
the
man.
more explain to people, the more upset they get, the more your day become worse. It's like you gotta have one man there. You're mad? That I got just snap. That gonna be the
Yeah.
sharp break comes like I got snap.
I'm gonna go with the solitary one because I've done that. My illness is literally the first one described in detail. Sitting go on and then I come to and then me add the explanation. We see it with Kanye all the time. Literally, that's what happens. Like, yeah, but that's embarrassing, because it's not like you black out and you come back, You remember everything. You go back in there and say, oh, do you know me do that? Nah, man, I prefer the one kind of man. I'm go around to the therapist and deal with that, man.
Would you rather your mental health condition be something people could visibly see, like a cast in the arm, or keep it just like Jamal look like him in up here, or keep it invisible?
Brother with an ugly dog.
Keep it invisible, because the thing is that where no matter where you are in the world, because even America, a first world country, they're ahead in social levels, basically stuff like this. But at the same time, there's still stigmas. So me now I'm going on one job and the first thing the boss say, oh, I'm depressed. Yeah, man, I get a job.
Up on your forehead.
The
You
man
have a sign
will
over
say,
your
yo,
head
turn
that
around,
says
bro.
depressed.
Just a man.
Like me and the engineer and the boss like, oh, you have anxiety? Yeah, man, he might go blow up the plant.
Jesus.
No, stuff like that does
Shit,
happen.
For real. Yeah, it's a more traditional workforce, so that makes sense still.
Yeah. But at the same time,
Wow.
so it's better. But it's better because even us talking about it now, it took us years for actually come
Get
to
to
terms
this
with it
point, yeah.
and accept, say, whatever happen. But as well as you are leveled enough where you can live with it. Because even depression, you have two kind of depression.
Mm-hmm.
You have functional, non-functional. I'm functional. Till gets non-functional.
Mm.
But murder, keep it to myself and everybody else know.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of the opposite. Because mine, while, like, my affect, if me know, like, once I'm going into employment, I go to the boss and I say, oh, what you know? You'll never see it, but I have this. We go there, we're not good. And I say, no, man. But I think it's because my industry is creative. I think if it was engineering,
Yeah, then
More
they probably have a
technical,
problem.
yeah.
then send me the AI letter and me not get the
Yeah.
work.
No, that's the thing, because even in school, we have to check up with it. Like when you get to a certain point, ethics, as well as you check up with the counselor at some point, not engineering wise, but like the school counselor. Like if you're doing certain courses, like workshop, you work with a lot of machinery and so. The lecturer watches how you the point of most STEM subjects are to see how you react to stress.
Oh, no.
Yeah, how you react to stress. Like remember at one point, I did not sleep for like 3 days. I did an exam. When I remember to do the exam,
That's insane.
I was doing a practical, create the gear and everything. My hands were shaking, and basically, I was like, I remember a whole heap of things, but it got done. But the point of engineering certain things is for medicine as well, for make sure you handle stress, because all of us
It's a
have
high stress environment.
all of us have
Constantly.
something.
Constantly.
But like the question is, can you function
Function
with what's
with
happening with
yeah.
you?
Yeah, I wouldn't survive that long term. So I might think like I'm triggered by stress, but in two ways. Like I get super productive, but I might have to rest a lot after. In a job like that, where it's like, I get the rest time.
No, because sometimes you're working 36-hour shifts.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
No,
do that.
I get super productive, but when I crash. But the thing is, because I know myself, when I crash, I push you, boy. So the minute I get rest, I'm out for like 2-3 days. Like after that exam,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
after the exam, I think we were so bad. My blood pressure was like I had a mini stroke. My first year university.
Yeah.
Like when the same exam, I remember, doctor said my blood pressure was 200 and something, like way up.
Bro.
That was when I got the hives on my back. At the same time, I did the exam. That's how I know there's so many beats in high above you, because like sometimes after this,
That's the idea for drop out. Similarly, them did say, listen, it's either you go continue the school thing and only like the one thing in your life, come there the business as well, or you go. And me I said, nah man, me I live up out of this, because it was like cyclical. Every time exam time, crash out.
But that's even with me, like every time, because even though I'm in a pool where I have to be doing some courses over, because during exam time, my stress got so bad, it was physical. Like this hand, I dislocated my hand one time. I was like, when I'm too stressed, I can literally feel like my hand can't move, or my belly starts hurting me. I was like, I remember there was one time I went through full psychosis, even with stress. Because with my breakup, psychosis, there was a point there at Portland. I don't know how I reached there. I did it.
Oh no.
Like even right now, my friend have my location. Like them can say, yo, because stress is a factor that we don't consider, but when it hits you like
It
a
does.
shock.
It does. Wow. Okay.
I didn't look for me so. You never expect that from me, no.
No, but tell her what she think and I see in her life where it happened, and she still not got a therapist. That's what that is.
You never expect for say stuff like you assume, because I use comedy to cover it, but when I'm actually serious, I'm very serious. I have
You
deep
just have a very
conversations.
traumatic life.
She just want to hug you. Just want to hug you.
We might have to do a group hug after this.
No, sir.
I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying.
So
You
the
see?
progress.
Oh boy.
My family has the same issue. My aunt always want to hug me. It's not until now in this late in the game that I can hug her. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, you gotta. It's time now.
Funny thing. One of my aunts in England, she's actually a psychologist. That's how I figured out. Like, something was happening with me. That's how I figured out therapy. Because in grade 9, I would sleep through all of my classes. Like, being back to the classes, sleep and everything. I didn't know what was happening. I'd either go home, sleep, or I say, like iffy. And then I met my aunt. I met up with family. Like, my family is very big, but Jamaican people. Know some family. I met my aunt. We talked. She's like, you're going through this, and I'm like, nah, I don't believe you. And then we actually sit down and talk. And I went to the guidance counselor. I would do the whole therapy, everything. But she's taught me something. At the end of the day, it's better to start the conversation and then see what happens after. Yes.
Oh, maybe one day.
Yeah, we're getting some.
Can you see me looking at you, right? Okay.
Maybe. I just find those conversations kind of hard.
Okay.
That's the best one. It's hard.
Yeah. Would you rather live with your diagnosis and have all the right resources, or wake up tomorrow cured but lose everything you've learned about yourself because of it?
Oh, number one, man. Man, bro. A superpower this man.
Exactly. Like, my mentality is my. That's why I'm so creative. That's why most creatives, we're up there.
We're artistic.
When I like where you keep on that put that.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong.
She say to me, Like,
No,
We're
but
all artistic.
it does. Yeah, she has a point. Because
Yes.
we function so differently.
Everybody I walk around with sitting, it's crazy.
Yes.
We all are.
Every single money.
Yeah, and all of us, our mental health is important. You have to have an illness or a diagnosis. Your mental health overall just needs to be okay.
So funny enough, like, even growing up, y'all, I think I get reference. Bellevue was like Gotham to me, like, I always in my mind. I was imagine, like, so step in, do I lock Batman,
I thought that too. When I was a kid,
Yes.
oh my gosh, I thought that when you got there, sir, that's it for you. I've never seen you back.
Wow.
Even with War 21.
I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of, alright, I'm gonna be honest.
It is
War
somewhat
20
like
is
that.
kind of like that.
Oh.
Like, you have to be, you get stuck. But hold on. But the reason is healthy. They're under resourced, so a lot of the times is a lack of resources. The people them there now get the support. So
Yeah.
you feel like them start when them stress out and them take it up on the patient.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
Ministry of Health, if you watch the episode there, and if it put some energy into War 21. I not ever forget one day when one Rast come in at the place, and Rastafari, them very inquisitive. So they might give him the meds all Rast, one little old feeble little Rast, All of them say, yo, when I medication, and the man them say, yo, Rastafari, go for the needle. And the man them strap down Rast and woof down, and then that was my first day, I me look pan gunman.
Don't resist.
Gunman look pan me. To humble, see ya? Brother.
Wow.
You're not in touch on one thing though. When you listen,
I'm trying to move forward to come from me.
They can't take you.
They can't take you. You're signed off.
Oh,
You're stuck, bro.
when he back to the 12 thing, when it comes to mental health as well, other things that we see in society we don't think is mental health. For example, man up on the corner where smoke hard, drink hard, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just their mental is all
Coping.
over the
Stress.
place.
That's how they're
Coping.
coping with the stress in their lives. Yeah.
Man, I defend some people. I'll see you. I'll cheat at them. Something wrong with them, like, but them no want to talk
Oh,
about
absolutely,
Facts.
something is wrong with
it.
them. Absolutely. Yeah. Jamar, I want to ask you this question though. Like,
Right.
while you were there,
Right.
did you ever think you were gonna get out? Like, what was your
course, I'm-
mental state?
Well,
Yeah.
things for doing, So as me say, the first day is just me I try to get the lay of the land to say, oh, fast me can go. Me I talk to the nurse and I say, what the process? Like how this thing go. And me I talk to the other people them for say how long them there. This person say, oh, I've been here for like 2 weeks. I'm due to leave next week. Me say, all right. Oh, I've been here for 5 months. Man, I talk to you. I was on function.
Yeah.
But then all they want is make sure that you're fit to go back into society. So I can't even hate them. But the problem is it can be quicksand because if you come into work stressed and everything that I do make it seem like I'm mad, you're just gonna think I need to be here longer when it's really you're the person that's causing the reaction out of me. So a lot of that's going on. You have people that are coming in very volatile and they're reacting to you as the orderly. You give that harsh energy and it exacerbates their position, their condition, and them end up there for years. But it's because of you.
Years.
Yeah. I actually, and then the other thing is, they're human beings, right? So in my case, I could have gotten out sooner, you know. It wasn't my actions, it wasn't my state. Not more than the nurse, them, they just want to talk to me longer. Like, and the day where they come and they interview you, they give you questions, to figure out where your mental there. And one person do it one time, everybody do it one time. Me do it about 5, 6. I may have go to the nurse, I may say, nurse, yo, big and serious, but I'm still there and rare. Them say, I'm not gonna lie, the whole way just want to talk, turn for talk to your ass. Don't wonder why you're there, so answer. I may say, lady, please, let me out.
I have
Like-
a serious question though
Right.
before I turn over to Danique.
Hmm.
In the last couple of years, and we had a case most recently, I want to say probably March,
Mm,
where a person of unsound mind
right.
went into the home and attacked 2 women. I believe it was in Portmore. One person died and the other person was in the hospital.
Mm,
We have so many, we've said it, homeless persons, but more so
mm,
persons of unsound mind. We saw that case too as well. Believe it was Clarendon, where that young man took out his entire his sister and his cousins.
Right.
Right? Not to mention our security forces. We've seen so many incidents where
JDF
you
and
know,
them and
police officers, soldiers,
Kill them partner, kill
murder,
themselves.
suicide happening. How are we going to combat that? How are we going to fix that? Because a lot of these men are triggered, high stress environment. I don't believe that, the security forces have enough access to, therapists, counselors that will help them based on what they see every day and what their job consists of. And we have a lot of men, especially the men out there walking around, not knowing that this is what they're carrying until
They ain't snap.
that happens. And then they go off and injure or worse, kill several people.
But certain fields, teachers is a good example. When you talk about the teachers, make certain tests mandatory. Because if a teacher, she their problems and it's going to take up problem every day.
Oh my
That's true.
God.
That's true.
Yeah. But here's what, and I'm sure Danique will introduce that. We do have a lot of help out there here in Jamaica. I just think persons aren't aware that, you can get help, or there are helplines or hotlines that you can call. Right. And of course, I just believe that for every workplace should have access to a therapist, that, persons that your employees.
Even with that,
And
therapy is
some of them
expensive.
are very
Therapy.
free.
Therapy.
That you
Some
can
of them
just
are
go
free.
in.
Therapy normally
Absolutely.
there still.
Therapy
That's what I want
expensive,
thing. But
but
they are
it's-
free.
No,
free.
it can be expensive, but there are places. I think Family Life. What's it called? Family Life Ministries. There.
Ministry of Health does it.
Them price can't go down, On a price can't go down. Because I've been with you guys.
Not just that, but some people might not necessarily appreciate the Christian approach, and I'm not gonna.
Oh,
When I go sing,
that's the experience that you had.
no, mate. Some people, when I suggest like a certain list, they're like, "Is this a Christian-based thing?" Because if they come at me with the God thing,
You can
they're like,
ask though, because
Yeah,
I made
so-
sure that when I was trying to find mine, I made sure I asked them, I want somebody who obviously believe in God, have to, but at the same time, when I'm talking to you, don't just be like, I just say,
Judging and-
demon,
preach.
possessor, you need
Yeah.
The
prayer.
worst thing
Like,
like, me
you
here
understand?
is go pray
Like,
about it. Like, bro,
There has to be a
it
balance.
sets me off sometimes. Go
Balance.
pray
Yeah,
about
has
it.
to be a balance going on. All right, Danique, what you got for us, girl?
Yeah, man.
Right. So I think I'll start off with my game and then we'll go back into some questions. So it's either myth, truth, or it's complicated as your responses.
I'm gonna get comfortable.
Right? So people with depression just need to get out more and stay busy.
Jesus Christ.
That's a myth. Just get up more and stay busy.
You listen to me.
The thing is, you go busy and go, oh, this when you reach your yard now, this so it get dark, you know.
Yeah.
This so it get dark.
But why though?
Because you're alone, you don't have anything to
Distraction.
distract you.
And
distraction stops at some
also,
point.
you're not tackling what the real issue is. So you keep just trying to cover it up by just going out and being busy.
Well, don't get me wrong.
Yes, exact. Thank you. Just a
Hold on,
spray and perfume.
Don't get me wrong. It helps. It helps the symptoms because one thing with depression, I always tell you, don't sit down at home. Because when you're alone, this so you get bad. Like this so your thoughts. But at the same time, you have to find a mixture.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to first know what it is that you're tackling, because if you don't know you are depressed, then you just going out with your friends and
every night
and drinking
and then
the next day you crash again and then you do it again tomorrow, but you crash again. Eventually, you're gonna be the death of yourself. So you have to first know what it is that you're contending with, and then knowing what the solution to that problem is.
You know, ironically, I feel like that's why Jamaicans have
exactly
like a lot.
We don't love we yard because we don't like when we're there we yard.
You have a problem figure why you like a yard.
Yeah, man.
And you have to pay so much rent. Go home, go stick in your
my
bed.
yard like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can't relate. If your faith is strong enough, you don't need medication.
Myth.
It's myth. Sorry,
Is that more related to our religious beliefs?
Well,
why?
Yeah, because no matter how much you pray, if you have stage 4 cancer, brother,
What them say? Faith without works.
Yeah, man.
You can't just live by faith and you never do the work.
Hold on, but there's a
You don't have to get chemo, though, you know.
Oh wait, educate me.
No, I
you
mean,
don't have to get
we all know
chemo.
there are natural ways that, but
That I mean.
Chemo breaks you down faster than the cancer itself.
Chemo is an aggressive approach. So what happens when you do chemo? Sometimes the chemo will get rid of the cancer, but fry the immune system to the point where like somebody sneeze, you're dead.
Yeah,
But
because you
hold
don't
on.
have an immune system. After
let's not tell the people to not get chemo.
Yeah, no, that's
Some
We are
people
not
medical
doctors.
professional.
are in a situation if you need to get chemo, go and get chemo.
Yeah, man.
We're not talking about the persons who find out to them sick today and it's an early stage and you know so you can't drink up, go the natural route and work on it.
Chemo.
But if you're the stage 5 cancer and you're about to die and they must say maybe you can do some chemo and live for another year, do that. Don't just be like, I'm not gonna take medication. We are not doctors.
Chemo is a radical approach. It's more like onto the deep end.
I learned so much today. Learning so
But
much.
back to the question, you know, you have something called religious psychosis. It can come in 2 ways, but from the mental point of view, for example, you have schizophrenia and you're going through it, and then you have pray. At some point, you say, hey man, God talk to me. Then God tell you, say, hey man, go right off the carrier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Faith is good now, but it gets
Some
to
of
a
my
point.
episodes were religious.
Yeah, that's why I said faith without works. You have to do the work. You have to work with the faith. Just like how people like sit down and say, yeah man, God have faith because God just give me one work, but you never yet go school. You not have 2 subjects. You not apply for no job, but you expect to just get a job.
You just dip on the
Nah. Do some of the work.
Fear.
Yes.
Fear.
People with bipolar disorder are unpredictable and dangerous.
Damn, oh my God.
I'm sorry, love.
That's a tough one. I would say it's complicated because depending on if they're in an episode, you are dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm dangerous if I'm in an episode. Like I'll be able to fight because my brain is telling me I have physical prowess that I don't have, but I believe. So I'm gonna chuck after you with all my strength. And the limiters that is usually in the brain, like your fear. I don't have any fears. I don't have any pain receptors. So I'm going beyond what a normal human would do. I'm tapping into adrenaline. I am dangerous. But at the same time, a person with bipolar who is under treatment is oftentimes more stable than a regular person because I'm hyper-conscious, right? So with my emotionality, I'm never on automatic. Like if it's a car, I'm always driving stick. Like I'm always conscious in a social situation of my emotional levels, what's coming at me. More than even you. You're not thinking about that. You just live. Even right now, I'm always taking stock of where I am emotionally, where you are, what's going on in the room. That's what's going on in my brain. So it just depends. It's complicated.
Struggling mentally in university just means you're not cut out for it.
Myth. I've struggled mentally.
It's complicated, but I'll tell you
Yeah.
guys why I say it's
I think we
complicated.
have the same answer.
Okay, sorry. Let me give my point of view. First of all, I think everyone should get some tertiary level education. But that don't necessarily mean that it has to be
a formal
university or
setting.
college.
Yeah.
It might be a trade, it might be this, it might whatever it is that you choose to do. Because let's be honest, not everyone here is cut out to be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, or an engineer. You know what I mean? You have to figure out what works best for you, because me myself would not take up myself and say me I gonna be an engineer.
man.
I know that I will crash out.
No man, some airline.
You understand?
Some
I
airline
know
go
I will crash out. I am an English major. Me we read 100 book.
Yeah.
Don't give me nothing for calculate except the money in my bank account.
Trust.
I will crash out. You understand? So it varies from person to person. You have to figure out what you can handle, what's too much for you, what works best for you. Because eventually everybody can't do everything. This is why we all have different things that we're good at and our job title and everything. So it just depends from person to person. Like, this is what you do, this is what you do. You have some people who go university and college, drop out, but then are very successful with another path that they took.
Facts.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can give my account. Why I say it's complicated is because you can have the notion that this specific path is for you, but when you're in it, I'm just not cut out for this life. Even though you might live with it for so long, this is my path, this is what. But in the situation, you're not in it. Because I had a cousin.
Sorry.
He's brilliant. He was head boy. He got awards from Wolmer's, all of those things. Then he started university. He didn't even go and do any pre-U or whatever to like get the gist of the thing, right? He just started UTech early, and he just started to dwindle. He was no longer somebody that I look up to and be like, oh my God, look at, it's just like, he just could not manage university life. Like, it wasn't that he was sparring with the wrong people, he wasn't communicating to anybody, it wasn't that friends or company situation. It was just that he was not cut out for it. And even now I feel like fighting to stay in school and stuff was making it even worse for him. He just had to just stop. And then me now, I always wanted to be a doctor. Nobody could tell me any different. I was going to be a neurosurgeon. I knew that. You understand? I started high school, picked my subjects. I couldn't do bio at Wolmer, so I did it outside. So I ended up going to extra classes for all the others. Right? Got through. I hated bio. I knew that this was going to be a problem for me. Physics, fine. Can't do anything. Chemistry, yeah man. I can make a bomb. Right? Guys.
Please.
But
See. I want me to want to do it.
But biology, I could not. But I pushed through because I already picked the subjects. My parents pay for it. Like, what else am I going to do? I can't just drop it. I want to be a neurosurgeon. I need it. So then time for CSEC, finish, got a 3. I was like, all right, that's cool. That's great. Then time to go to 6th form. I was like, I cannot do it. I had to recalibrate my entire existence because neurology was what I wanted to do, and without it, I don't know what else is there.
Facts.
So it can be where you might have your whole life set out on this one thing, but when you start, it's just not for you. You're not cut out for it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And you made a very, telling point. You said what you had set out for yourself. But I think the realization is what God had set out for you.
Right.
Because oftentimes we're living our lives how we want to live our life. And whenever I consult God and ask him, is this what you want for me?
You know the fun thing about that?
So, hold on. So, another question to you. Where you are now in your life and what you're doing, Do you think you are on the right path right now?
Now I feel like this fits me better than if I was in medicine. Sure, I would still like
Big
it.
up God. Big up God.
all the time.
Because, yeah. So question now to everybody in the room. Because I realized that everybody was kind of going in one direction and change. Neurosurgeon here, the art switch engineer. You,
I used to want to be either a pilot or an aeronautical engineer.
I could see that though.
Yeah,
I could see
I
that.
could.
If you see me in the cockpit of a commercial airline, I call the police.
Jermaine, did you end up where you were? You
No,
wanted
but
to
they
end
don't be a
up?
rapper.
It makes
Whatever,
sense.
Jeremy.
It makes sense.
No, it
makes
does
sense.
not.
I'm serious.
It makes sense. It
No,
makes
it
sense.
does not.
It makes sense. It makes
I
sense.
do not see Jermaine as a rapper.
Can I see
Jermaine,
it, man? One of them old school 90s
Jesus.
boom bap.
Like
you
a
see me?
cheesy.
No, but
Yeah.
seriously though,
Nas.
where you did
I'm
business?
serious.
You wanted to be a rapper?
Yes.
Yo, what was the name? What was the rap name?
I
Thank
will never get that far.
God.
What do you mean?
No.
What was the dog?
Minister Jermaine as a rapper. Can you imagine? Jermaine have rapper swag.
That's
he's
crazy.
so he's
Yo.
so put together. He's so hi, I'm Jermaine.
So I couldn't be the put together guy.
No.
No. You
Me
know,
couldn't
J.
see Jermaine
Cole.
with a gold teeth and a bunch of
No, you have
No,
many
I
different
feel like
type
maybe
of.
because like J. Cole, cause you know J. Cole
J.
actually
Cole?
means German. Yeah, J. Cole, you literally see him in New York walk up and down and he's like, is
I
this
call
man a
it
rapper?
J-Ro.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? My name is J-Ro.
Give me,
Or
give
something
me
like
ideas.
Jamaican, like
Rapper.
germs. Never mind. I'm so sorry.
Rashawn, are you doing what you wanted to do? What did you want to do? You don't have a mic, so just say it. Me say it to the people them.
You want to be an artist?
What
too?
artist? I mean, him can sing for true, you know.
See it there?
I'm gonna link you with a producer.
I know lie.
Yeah, him
What
can
about me?
sing.
Why you never tell me? You're gonna
No. Jermaine have bars, you know. Jermaine have bars.
I know he has bars.
Yeah, but you never believe.
Send
Send the producer to the general.
Jermaine Bars is hilarious though.
No. Oh my gosh. Just watch out.
Jermaine have to come deliver some bars on the pod for me to be like, alright.
No, yeah, speed up my timeline. My music video gonna shoot soon. Don't worry. You
Okay.
gonna see.
Alright. I'll take my words back, you know. I'll
Yeah.
be his video girl. In the video, I'll be like,
Oh yeah. We actually need to discuss that.
I'll be your do-up girl in the back, Jeremy. If you say yo, yeah, I'm like yo.
Good.
I'll eat my words. But yeah, for me too, I remember at one point my teachers wanted me to be a computer analyst. I still don't know what that is.
What the hell?
No. Knowing your personality, you would not enjoy. Trust me.
Hold on, no.
See.
I don't think she was looking at my personality. She was looking at what I was doing at school because I was very like analytical. Like even now with my personality is why I'm good at reading the room and reading people and assessing situations because I'm very good at doing that. So she thought that because I usually do that, like a computer analyst. I remember career name of my name, computer analyst. I still don't know.
What's this? What them do?
That's crazy.
And then when I was in high school too, obviously I wanted to go to Edna, and most of my teachers said, yeah man, she should go to Edna, but she should go to music school.
Interesting.
Nice.
Music school, because I played the piano, the
See,
drums, the guitar, the
That
recorder,
makes
which I
sense.
still hate.
I hate that instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. So when I put in the application, I changed.
The drum.
I rub out the school and take drama school. Right before me see my own body envelope.
So on to the music, you and Jermaine could on a work right now. You know?
Right.
But big up Mr. Ibu Cooper. You know, God rest his soul. That man really, I got some really good training from
That's where you
him.
met Blacker.
Yeah?
That's where I met Blacker.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, because
It did happen then. It is supposed to happen.
but I think, and people say it because of my voice, like you must can sing, and I'm like, I can, but I'd rather use it to talk.
Project.
Yeah, because when I sing, but I'm very shy. Catch me in the shower though, but anywhere else I'm not singing for you. Don't do that.
You're shy.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, buddy.
I have to believe, no.
Yeah, okay.
I am very, very shy, and I get very, very anxious around people.
When you see a handsome man,
One bag of shy
when you see a
people.
handsome man,
Like, regardless, regardless,
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter. Cause then I get so high. Say I'm at a party or a event or whatever. I get so high on the energy of people
Oh, I was waiting.
and vibe, right? And then as soon as I come down from that, I would stand up. I would have a book and read.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, like me done for the night.
yeah,
My friend them a par.
yeah.
Me not gonna stop no. But you know,
I get that. My friends often say that one thing with you, you're ready for go. Me like it. Like I'll be having the best time, and then something just go off, and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Bye, I'm leaving, and I just leave.
That's
Or
funny.
yeah,
just
me
Irish
not
goodbye.
leave.
I'm gone.
That's
I'm
the unique
leaving.
thing.
Irish
about
good-
Because
getting
my social, meter is just like,
Yeah.
you're done now, you need to go.
Even when mine is done, I stick to it. I'm that type of person. I'm just dead there. I swear
Yeah,
to me.
me
like,
nah.
no, I'm
leave.
active too. I don't know why I do that, but I'm still active in
You're
it.
still active,
Even
no?
though I
So
go home.
We can't fake it.
maybe I will, take my time and then I'll build back up to it.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next question. Talking about your mental health publicly is attention seeking.
Myth.
Myth, but yeah, I guess.
No, complicated. Complicated.
Sometimes I think people use it as especially in the social media area, it's almost like a prop sometimes.
Right.
You can tell when somebody genuine and somebody look at hype and forward. Yeah.
And it also depends on who you're talking to too. Like, what's your audience? Because what you are going through is not made for everyone. You have to have a target audience. You know what I mean? So like, and certain people aren't meant to know you that well either. And I think sometimes we have to understand that everyone should not know who you are.
Fair.
You know, sometimes you must just keep you personal and private.
Yeah.
So certain group of people just nothing know. They just not say, yeah, Jammar. And he's a creator and that's it. I know nothing else about you. Because some people use that to their advantage or they spin it out.
Yeah.
Like every time I see matter about your mental health, no.
Facts.
But then you should be, because then that's spreading more awareness to people who need
You have to know what you do, man.
to hear it. So that depends on who you're
Yeah.
speaking.
And then the other thing is, it is attention seeking because they are suffering and they are seeking attention.
Attention, because they need help.
That's how I said answer.
Yeah, you need the help.
But as well as sometimes it's an excuse because, for example, back to bipolar, some people will do things and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm just bipolar. Have to
Hell
sit
nah,
with me."
I would never do that or say that. That person is definitely seeking
Seeking
attention.
attention,
that,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think I don't know what the name, but like multiple personality. You will do something. It's like, oh, I just, you have to just live with it. Cause that's just acting. Is this acting up?
Let me say right now, as a bipolar person, like you have no excuse. Like me, the way me did live is like I have my goals, I have this illness, so how do we get it under control to still do what I want to do? If you're using it as an excuse, to me, it's like me hate it because I do not at any point in time accept that. As a big person, maybe as a child, like when me in high school, I'll accept it. But as a big man, yeah, you reach 20 odd, 30 odd, get it together, man. Get it together. Do what you need to do and live your life, brawling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So some people are just built to suffer. That's just your life.
But not like
Jeremy over there deep thought, you know. The man I look and I said, Jano.
sometimes in a life
That's
though,
right,
you meet some
understand.
people
What you say?
that get dealt really bad hands, and you have to wonder
Just
what your
strongest-
parents do, what your ancestors them do,
Just
because I
strongest
tell you,
soldier.
Some people are just built, man.
I'm
but
going to-
bless not take you
I'm going-
over.
I'm going to say yes. I feel like some people are definitely required to go through more trials for a reason, though.
Right.
But you just know any other person. They sit never just a go on in
No,
your
but
life.
bless not. I follow them because sometimes as old people have to say, sometimes you the something man, you feel the blunt is your kids or
Yeah,
your
man,
grandkids.
you're picking them.
Yeah. So I feel like that happened to some people, like them family member just do some wicked things and it
man.
just fall upon them.
It's one of the salt.
Yeah, man, boy.
Go wash off, man. Next question.
Go drink a jelly or some gosh, you know.
All right. So we finished with the game.
All right.
Tired. So, what is a misconception that people have about you that hurts you or annoys you about your mental health?
Nothing can hurt me still, but I don't think about that now.
Say the question again.
What's a misconception that people have about you that annoys you or hurts you about your mental health?
Oh, lazy.
Lazy.
Like when I'm going through something, like I'm in like extreme low, like you see me laying in a bed. Oh, you lazy, get up out of bed. I was like, oh, yeah, man, if you do this and that, as well as, oh, yeah, adult, you're not supposed to sit down and think about them. So, how my anxiety works in some sense, me will sit down and think about everything. Everything. But at the same time, you have to understand, say, yo, it's not that I'm lazy, I'm just going through it.
For me, what annoys me is kind of my fault. Because I'm so high functioning, the people around me will tend to forget and they have me on their level. So I'm say, oh, bro, why you going so hard? Why you put this over here? So why you forget about this?
Yeah, which is
I
what
was like-
Raven said earlier about.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah. I'm gonna say it, Sometimes I just make it go on because I actually do want them. I love that they think or forget that I have an illness and they operate as if I'm normal. So because it goes back to I don't use it as an excuse. So I'm supposed to be able to keep up with you. But sometimes I really turn and say, brother, if I get some my brain shibble. Like I literally say that. Like, when it get to a point where really can't do no better, me I say, oh, me must say.
Yeah.
Like me not use the excuse, but like easy.
When my father died, I used to have panic attacks consistently. At one point, I remember my uncle was at the house because I'm living by myself at this point. Basically, it's just my grandma. My grandma she also has the same disease as my father, and I'm there taking care of her, and that kind of triggering for me too. You get me? So like he came to the house and he was there talking to me, and at one point like he kept saying something about my father, and I can't function with people talking about him, even though it kind of I
feel like this is therapy for us, I feel like this is therapy,
No,
Continue
it's not
talking.
therapy.
No, that's what I was just about to say. So, like, Tyrese, me feel like I get a whole heap of things off your chest today.
No man. That's me. The thing
The
is,
walls are closing in around.
that's me. I look when I say, 'cause I was doing therapy because my friends go through things, but no for help them. So that's me. I look when you say, 'cause I just slowly
Yeah,
bring
stop
it
eyes,
out.
my friend.
So yeah, eyes me back, so I know you see what I'm going.
Right? So after that, like he was talking to me, and I cannot. After him start mentioning my father probably like 2-3 times in the conversation, I just feel my chest start closing up. The place did just start get too small. And my head just start hurt me. I couldn't breathe. So I'm touching from my shoulder afterwards, and he's like, "You okay? What is happening to you?" And him try like he wanted to get I don't want to say temper, right? But he's just trying to understand what was happening. I was just like, "No, I'm okay. I'm fine. Calm down." Because the more you get worked up, is the more my head just going to. I don't know.
Other people don't understand that, Like
Typically, you're reactive. When you're going through stuff, you're reactive to what's happening around you. So you overstimulate, you're going through this, and then somebody's like, but what I say, he's like, they're feeding off the energy, like it does heightens what's happening with you.
Okay, so I think for me, something that I think has been said to me quite a number of times, which is I can be controlling, but most people don't understand why. And it's mostly because of how my brain functions. Like, I need to know what to do. Like, in every situation that I'm in, I need to assess it. I need to know, one, if I'm safe. I need to know what I'm doing. I need to know that what I'm doing it to the best of my ability. So I need to know what's happening. Not saying that things can't happen outside of it, because I'm also a very spontaneous person. But when it comes down to like my work, I need to know that, okay, this is what I'm doing and this is what my goal is. This is what I need to achieve. And then when I know what that is, then I need to be focused into delivering what those things are. So like my brain works in that sense where I need to know, all right, these are the things that I need to do every day to make sure. And to your point that you said, especially the point about your dad, that on Tuesday, I had that too, and I think out of everybody, you kind of realized that I was zoning out, like spaced out so far away because we were supposed to shoot Mother's Day
Content.
and you know my mother passed away like you know
Very recent.
3 months ago. And then when I don't know, but I didn't even realize that that was a trigger for me because I didn't even factor in Mother's Day or anything like that. So when then he said, "Oh, even we're shooting Mother's Day content today," my brain just did something, and I just did not. I think I asked Danny the question 10 times. I was like, "What am I saying? What am I doing?"
So we just had to go through like every step. I'm like, okay, Raven.
Yeah, and you something that she usually tell me, which is like, "Oh, Raven, you're doing this, and then I'm like, okay, cool." But that day I was just like, "You're gonna need to tell me step by step what I'm doing because you just told me and I already forgot and I don't know what I'm doing right now." And I was like, "I wish you would have told me this yesterday because then I would have had time to process it yesterday, so I could control when I get here how I would operate, knowing that this thing is a trigger for me." But then in that setting, I was like, okay, I can't control it. I had to just be like, I need a minute, go away. Yeah, I had to go over to the corridor and do like some breathing exercises to just get like in my right mind and just figure out what it is that we're gonna do and how I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I was literally on the verge of bawling. And I was like, no, this is not a safe environment. Not because of the people that I was around, but because this is work. It's
But
not
I was
a
about to ask, did you communicate and say, "Oh, this kind of trigger me a little bit"?
Oh no, then because she was just like, "Oh my gosh," she's like, "You're really not okay," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not okay. Can I just have a minute to just?"
All right.
How do you handle a bad episode when it hits you and you can't overthink the situation?
All right. So for me, I started to be very intentional about my work environment, and yeah, this is gonna be the first time I say this on camera.
Hey, boy.
So a few years ago, I want to say probably 5, almost 6 years ago, I did not know that I had it. I was diagnosed with environmental depression. I had no idea that was even a thing.
Yeah,
I had
seasonal.
I had no idea that that was a thing. And of course it came down to my environment, which is where I was working at the time, and a lot of people didn't understand why I left that environment because people were like, "Oh, you had the perfect job. It's perfect for you. Everything is great. It's amazing." And I'm like, "Yeah." But it's what you guys don't see or don't hear because as Tyree said, I was very functional. I was great at going to work and being Raven, like, "Oh my God," and everything is fine and great. But then the people closest to me would start to find little things like, my partner at the time was like, "Do you realize that every morning when I drop you at work, you would take out the deepest, biggest sigh before you open the door?" And I was like, he's like, "Yeah, every morning I drop you're like,"
Damn.
and then when I pick you up back in the evening, you're like, you do the same. And he's like, "I've been watching you over the last couple of weeks and you've been doing that." And then when we get home, you would just be a different person as to when I switch the station and hear you speaking. So that personality that I'm hearing on the station, when you come, because the thing is, people know who Raven is.
Right.
A lot of people don't know who Yannick is. Raven is a personality that I've put out there. Yannick is a totally different person.
True.
And of course, the persons closest to me could identify the difference. Obviously, same body, but like, what's the difference here? And then that's how I started therapy in the first place. And it was said to me like, yeah, there's a lot of things going on in your life. And obviously, another factor was my mom being very ill. And, my therapist said to me at the time, "This is environmental depression," and she's like, "You can only change one of those things. You can't change your mom being ill at all. Because then when you go home and you see her, that's the environment that you live in. You know what I mean? But then when you go to work, that's the environment that you can change."
True.
And then that was very hard for me because I literally had my dream job. It was my dream job, dream place, dream everything. Everything was going so great, working out. And then I had to make the decision for my mental health, like, you have to step away from this. and hope to God everything else works out for you. But you have to change this so you can now be better, because then I was being broken down in other ways too, not eating, losing weight, not looking like myself, not acting like myself, like it was just a lot of things. And then she was like, this now can, you know, pan out into other things and get bigger than you think, and then it's not going to be only environmental depression but like affecting other areas of your life and then become like a bigger issue later on. So that was something I had to be like, wow. So then
It was the environment. Is it that the environment was toxic that was causing an issue?
yes,
So-
yes.
Why would that be labeled as a mental health issue if it's the environment?
Well, that's what it's called, environmental depression. So I can change that. I can change what is happening around me. But then the other issue was my mother. I can't change that because she's my mother. So that's something I have to live with until further notice.
I think I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
You're
but-
saying why is it classified depression if it's an external
Right.
but but what they're saying is it's external turn internal, because once you go there
Yes.
you have depression.
Yes.
So it's like everything that comes with depression, once you're there you have it.
Right. So I have to change the environment not to be depressed.
If you go around a sick person, you catch what they have
You know,
versus you have
yes.
other diseases that
Yeah.
are hereditary or something.
So
like
I
that.
made now the conscious decision to make sure that anyone that I'm working with, like any group of people that I'm working with, I need to make sure that that environment is not stressful, is not toxic, so I go back into that place. Which is very hard, but thank God I have been working with people and environments, and environments that I have better control of, and I feel like I am now happy to go to work because the people I'm working with are not acting insane and not making me feel like I love my job but I hate it here, because that's how I was feeling. I love my job but I hate. I don't hate the people. Well, some of the people them. But I was beginning to just hate, and hate is a very strong word for me, because you could do the worst thing to me, but now I got hate you. You understand? But so when I realized I started to use that word a lot, like I hate being here, I was just like, yeah. And then this is because everybody know me as being very happy-go-lucky, and when I'm just like not that person anymore, people are like, yeah, something wrong with you, like you really need help now. And then I started to get angry too, because I didn't know what this thing was. So like you said something to me and I'm like, ugh. You understand?
Kill me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that was something I had to.
Danny
like-
looks suspicious over there saying. She looks suspicious. Danny.
Answer my questions, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
you never answer.
that kind of shines some light on why a lot of people are going through certain things, because I didn't know environmental depression was a thing, or maybe I knew it was a thing, but I didn't think of it in that way.
That way, yeah.
So, like, a lot of people are living in homes where their parents or their family abusing them or whatever. They're not even abuse, but just a bad environment that you cannot change. Just like I say, you couldn't change your mom.
Yeah.
So, now you kind of see how mental health
Impacts.
You know,
is
funny
being
enough,
impacted
that's why I
by.
believe that you don't have bad kids, like some kids like in high school are like, oh, that pitney crass, that pitney this and that. No, where I guess he, because I went to Albus, where he is, even a very popular artist that y'all know. You only able to talk about
Yeah, not calling about name.
every popular artist. Man, I call about the name. Man, I call about the name.
Hallelujah, sister.
Him no say him talk about. He used to get in trouble and people are like, oh, why they not suspend him? But we knew what was happening. See, when him leave that space now,
Yeah, he flourished.
gone.
It's hard to not be a product of your environment. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, for me, in my case, I can't really do anything about it. It's really who's around me. So if I end up in an actual episode, like a real episode, it's really up to my people them to catch me, calm me down, get me to take a medication or whatever. I can only do something if I'm close. If I notice that I can take myself out of the situation. I can go home, I can sleep, take a sedative. But once you're past that point of bipolar episode, yeah, man, me gone, man. So that's why it's very careful. I never get there. So my control lies in never getting there. Once I'm there, I lose control, and I don't like that. I should never lose control. So, yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, man, you gotta chill.
Until you know what is affecting you and how it affects you, then there's not much you can do. And you have to first be able to identify whatever the thing is that's affecting you. And in most cases, you need somebody who's qualified that you can talk to figure out what that thing is. And then once you get to that place now, then you can learn how to better regulate your emotions, because that's also a very important part of all of the things. I think Jammar is probably a good self-regulator at this point, because he knows what his limits are. Him know for go yasso, him know him can go as far as yasso, and then him knows, all right, when I start to feel like this, I know I need to do this and da 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 da. And I think everybody on a whole just need to know how to self-regulate, and you need to do some self-introspection every now and again to find out how you're behaving, you know, what is affecting you, how it's affecting you, because we all are gonna be around people and environment that triggers us all the time. You just have to understand how to manage what those triggers are, how you deal with it. And just either remove yourself, not be around those people, remove those people, whatever it is that you need to do. But you must be able to identify that this is what this thing is, this is how it affects me, and this is how I know I need to. Because people always are gonna trigger you. Yeah. People are annoying. People always are gonna trigger you. So you have to always, it's always on self. You have to self-regulate to know that, all right, this person said this is a trigger of mine. I need to know. Walk away. And
on that point, it's just moments of quiet. You know, I do that when I'm driving. So we're in a content-filled world. Like you're in the house, you play music. You left the house, in the car, you listen radio. You're on social media scroll. There's no time to sit and think. You need some periods of nothingness. Sometimes I just roll up the window. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. How many people in here do practice meditation?
That is the
I
word.
Do. Yeah.
Meditation, brother.
I don't meditate, but when I go to the gym, that's my kind of meditation.
That's your meditation.
That's the metal, and that's it. Got my recharge, and I'm better. Like, it's like no man talk to, and I couldn't do that. I was so depressed to the point where it's like, whenever I care about my life, like when I tell us to walk out on the road, I was like, leave me if you want, let me part of life. But it's like, it's just a level that you recharging, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how much time we cross people and you end up in an altercation, you know, say probably that I go on.
Yeah.
That's no business. You can't fight.
I don't know. When I argue people like simplest thing, you jump up like ready for fight, ready for kill.
It's always better to de-escalate. If you realize the person can't walk, as I said, self-regulation is very important, because you have to, whenever you're in situations or scenarios, be the one to walk away, because you cannot control another person and what they're gonna do, and you can't control the environment either. As I said, that's why I come from with the control thing. So I have to understand that if I can't control this, I now need to remove myself, because if I can't, there's a problem, because I know what my triggers are. I used to, when I was your age, 0 to 1,000 very quickly.
You know, that's almost a mellow now, because that used to be me until like.
That's why I started the gym, because I had to get it. Yeah, my friends would tell you, I would just, you say it, ready. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Yeah, and I had to check myself to be like, no, you can't continue like that. You gotta. Yeah, but when I was in college, I was that girl. And now look, me laugh off everything. Me walk away. Me have the time. I'm more mellow, because I've learned how to self-regulate. And as to Jermaine's point, the meditation. When I picked up yoga, I started to meditate a lot, and that really helped me to just calm
periods of silence.
It down.
That's so healthy.
I wonder why.
What kind of meditation you do? As in, what's your process?
I like to just really, all right, so usually I do yoga, And then I just like to sit in just peace, like no noise, nothing.
So,
No, I mean, I do the but like to start the meditation process, I like to pray first.
Listen, Danny, you don't take this mental thing seriously. No?
Yeah.
For those of us who take it seriously, we're having a serious conversation here, okay?
You know, I feel
I-
like 3 months on the line, I got therapy, man. Just
Yeah.
need time.
I like to.
I would have to have a very serious bout of wildness for me to go to therapy.
That was me.
All right, so to Jermaine's question, Jermaine, I would pray first to invite God into the space. Because meditation for me is just being in that silence. And I don't know, it might sound weird. I promise you I'm not like a Jesus freak or anything. But like, I want to hear what God is saying to me. And for me, when I meditate and I'm in that like silence, like eyes are closed, whether I'm lying on my back or just sitting upright, I feel like I am so like at peace and I'm calm. And I've realized even if I don't get to meditate every day, I have found out that when I wake up in the morning, if I don't read my Bible verse and pray, it throws off my entire day. Like, you say something to me, I'm gonna like it, I'm not processing it well. I might not go off on you, but then my brain starts to do somersaults. So I find that when I wake up in the morning, and I've said this to people around, when I wake up in the morning, please don't speak to me. Like, when I just wait, don't say, hey, do this, do that. Don't even, first of all, don't even say morning to me. Just like, give me space. I just want to be right here, sit down, read my Bible verse, pray, center myself, and then I can go. You can say whatever it is you want to say to me. But if I don't do that, my day just does not go well. So that is my like, and I just sit and I just want to hear. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe people who do it will understand what I'm saying. Like,
I do
you
it
sit
to
in silence
understand.
and you pray and you let God speak to you, and you just be in that little bubble with him and just feel his presence and just, yeah. I mean, if that makes sense, but yeah, that.
You know me, I make dollars too.
Yeah.
You make dollars?
Too much sense, yeah, make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? All right. So some people tend to think that persons with diagnosed mental illnesses are hard to be in relationships with, to be in friendships with. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you combat that? Like, what are some instances where it can be difficult, sure, but if you're the right person, you will stick it out?
Jamar, you take this one.
Nah, man, that's true, man. When I think because you're so smart about it and careful, you are less like you're risk averse. You're not jumpy into relationships. You have some people that are, but I think it's a lack of maturity. I feel like when you're mature about it and you have enough time with the illness, I'm so much more hesitant to jump in a relationship. Me stay single for all 5 years brawling. That's because I take it so seriously that you can impact me so much just by constantly being in my life. I have to be very careful about who is in there. So one, I'm very risk averse relationship wise. And it's actually easy. That's the funny part. I'm so like hands off, low maintenance because I have contained it in myself. I've done the work with myself. You don't have to deal with it. My last relationship, the person, a fair question if I actually have it, because up to the end of the relationship, they didn't see anything that would communicate that I have bipolar disorder. But the only reason that could have gone is because I determined that you're not a risk and it's not going to flare up because of you. It would more likely be other elements in life that come to it. So that's the kind of way I approach it. So if I end up there with you, believe, baby girl, you're special. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I approach it.
I like that. Yeah, yeah, risk assessment.
Yeah, man, from the outset.
Yeah, not only for persons with, a disorder or a disease or anything. Like, I think when you're dating somebody, you have to know what the risks are to dating this person. Risk versus reward. Like, is this gonna make sense? Are you gonna be more of a risk to me or a reward? And you have to assess that properly. So I think for persons who, Jamar's right, you have to make sure that you're choosing someone that, one, knows what you have understands that, knows what your triggers are, how
Wants
to
to
help
learn.
you. Yeah. You know, be very, you know, honest and open with you as to whether or not they can handle that. Because a lot of people might just punch Jamar and say, yeah, and some, let's stay with him. But then they're not understanding that it comes with a lot, and they have to make sure that they understand who he is as a person and the way that he's carrying, and also not being able to, you might have got carry some other weight there too. Because if you're with him and you want to marry him and you want to have a child with him, you have to assess that to know that the child possibly have this. How are you going to now deal with the child having this and him having that? Like you have to do all the work, and this is a lot of hard conversations. But you have to have the conversation then, because this is a lot. But that don't mean say it's not possible, because clearly nothing wrong with him. You understand?
Right.
And then let's be honest. We all are walking around with some issue or another. We all know. Okay.
Everybody have them cross to bear. Yeah.
Some of we need medication, some of we don't.
And then the next thing is I want to make sure I'm not impacting your life negatively. A lot of the time, you're amazing, I rate you, but I just know said to almost stay. When I just know you're not going to be able to manage how I stay.
Yeah.
But it goes to back to everyone. Sometimes you have to think about, you have to assess the risk, because you put everything in one person, and so when them leave, you crash. At the same time, you have to assess how you'll affect them, because sometimes you aren't good for yourself at the moment, and when you aren't good for the person, but them question their life, but they question, did I do this in a relationship? Am I a good person? Make you question your whole self. So you have to assess what will affect you and affect them. And at the same time, I think there's like, before you marry somebody, stages. I think with you, Jamar, if you pick a point to marry, they have to see you doing an episode, because you have just one thing.
I guess me not married.
Why? Do you think they should? You think they have to?
No. They necessarily have to see. Maybe they
can
show them
I can describe it.
No, the reason why I said that, because in theory, they're like, remember, can angry space when it actually happens now. They're like, oh my god, I them start like, so you have to like see, like for example, me saying I can lift up 100 pounds theoretically. One time I go lift it up now, you're like, yo, my back.
But what may I tell you is, I will so that would have to require me to purposefully go in that episode. So I have to take a month off and say, alright, so I go in that episode now.
Probably have a video or you can have a video or something you can show.
I will.
No, maybe somebody did record it. No, maybe something happened in the past and it got recorded, and then
I have a picture when I was in the hospital.
Yeah, something like that.
I look raggedy. I just, if I go there, the risk is that I'll never come out. So it's too big of a risk for somebody.
No, but
me.
I get what Tyrese said.
We can end up a garden house and blow up the parliament, bro. We can't.
No, but forget what I was saying.
I do.
Yeah, bring it to a more visual point of view. I think, has anybody watched Empire before?
Empire.
Yeah.
I think so.
You saw Andre and his wife, right? You saw how the relationship was. Andre is a lot, but you see the reason why they worked, because his wife has seen where he's been, as well as where he's like his triggers and so forth. So theoretically, I can tell you, hey, this might happen, but until you see
Andre
it,
was really far gone though. Even when his wife died, he kept seeing her and talking to her and moving about his day. Like nobody in his family could speak to him.
No, but the thing is, what I'm alluding to is the fact that Andre worked at a very high stress environment. Andre was like, he was technically running Empire at some point, but when his wife was alive, he was functioning. But it's when the moment his wife died, he went down,
because he no longer had anybody.
That's the thing.
I do understand what you're saying, Tyrese. Being that when you're in a relationship, you need to also see that person at their worst. But then their worst varies. Like, obviously, you would want to see how your partner is when they get upset, when they get angry, when they have money, when they don't have money, when they miss on the flight and have to rebook a tickets. You understand? When them hungry, when, they're in pain, when them sick, all of those things, they're worse. But I feel like when it comes on to certain illnesses, like Jamar and other persons like him, or just other illnesses out there, I don't think you would want to see that, because then you need him to be controlled. You know what I mean? Because
if I'm off, you're no longer with me.
No,
with
what Tyrese meant is that
Yeah.
he would rather the partner see what can
Happen.
the worst
Like, see
could
the
happen,
signs
and
and
then
stuff
make
like
a
that.
decision. Say, do I want to continue to be with this person? Then you're gonna go there 5 years in and him have an episode and say, yo, no, I forgot the
Like
But-
in-
but-
like in-
okay,
No, but then that's
I-
the thing. So the way me stay and the girl them always try to coach me out of it. I always tell them, if I ever get in an episode, you are free to leave. That is in my head the end of the relationship. Like, you have a free card for lift up.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but no, but probably
that's
a
you.
kid,
But
maybe a
that's
kid
you.
came into place. No, you're talking have a kid and she no one there with you and you have a kid together.
Yeah, and at the same time, that's you
We
because
figure it
some
out.
persons,
We
some
figure it
persons put their mental health into their partner because like we're sharing this burden.
Yeah,
I do get that,
That's
but I think the perspective I'm coming from is for persons out there who have mental health illnesses, some of the illnesses, when triggered and they go in remission, it might not end well for anybody who is around them. So it's best to ensure that they are controlled
Yeah.
all the time.
And then
If you want to know how body can get, go on Google,
Yeah.
go research
and
it.
then
go
the conversation is, know that it might get so bad that you should consider leaving. So that's the
Right.
kind of conversation me have to
and
have.
and that's why I go back to the risk versus reward. So if I am now saying, okay, I'm going to date Jamal, I want to marry him, I want to have kids with him, I now need to make sure that I do my full research, which means
Right.
we're gonna have conversations. Tell me what your episodes have been like. Tell me about when you did go War 21. Tell me when you first found out, all the things them.
But
Then
get-
I
remember saying
know.
that hearing it different from when it
Right.
it actually
And that's what I'm
happened.
saying. If I want to see it, I need to know, do further research, which is go online, probably sit down with you and say, babe, all right, I saw this video. Is this what you mean that it
Yeah,
can
that's-
get
that's
from
what I'm-
this
yeah,
to
that's what I'm
this?
fair.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm
that's what I'm saying.
No,
You
but
can see it.
even with that, but get what I used to say, I'm not know this sound, but it would have been really fortunate if the partner would have been able to experience it before the relationship get too far. It sound away. It sound away. No, it sound. No, I know, but when I say you must purposely go do it just to show them, you know. But
we get it.
It is it would have been a really good thing because you know probably they're on a plane and it happened and then she whatever and
That's not true.
you don't know.
That's
So
true.
that's what I said. I say he
You
must
can't
go
even
forcefully
read.
put himself in
Yeah.
that. Well, if it so happened to happen.
Yeah,
You'd
if
be
it
like,
happen,
yeah. At least you see.
I get to see.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is crazy.
No, you're not gonna be
That's
excited.
why,
but-
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so honest. I have resided in myself that I'm fine if me like never married. Like, you know, that's where I am.
Yeah.
So the work I've done individually, because of that, I'm gonna say if ever one day I end up in an episode, I could potentially be looking upon divorce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my work has been go to bed with the fact that for the rest of your life you could find somebody, you could not, or you end up in something and you end up in an episode. My reality, or anybody with bipolar, look at Kanye West. Literally what you're describing happened. Kim try with him, you know.
But the
She
difference between
tried, you know.
Kanye is Kanye don't think him have a problem. Kanye
but
don't
he
want to get
recently
no.
does it.
that-
He
no, that's the
recently
thing. No, that's
Yeah,
the thing.
recently after
Yeah.
the fact
No,
that he
really.
lost
That's the
his
thing.
wife and not
If
seeing
you
his
listen
kids.
Kanye's music, you will know that Kanye
I
had an
know,
idea and
but,
just never confronted
but here's the
it.
thing though, Kanye is saying it in his music, but then he's having no
In reality,
self-realization
yeah,
that okay, me I say it,
He's
but
been
me
using it as an
nah
excuse.
right, he's
Yeah.
not doing the work, and
He's
that's what I'm
been
saying.
excusing
With
it.
somebody like Jamar who has done the work over the years and is on this path where he's okay. I think you would have to find a woman that's special enough that understands that.
Yeah, and
This
that-
is a
It's a risk
possibility,
she had to take. She
right?
had to take a risk.
and that's why I'm gonna say it would have
Right.
been good
Right. If she
if she
sees
saw because not, no, because not only for her, you know, but for Jamar too, because Jamar just said a while ago, so
Yeah.
he have to come to terms with the fact that he
Right.
might
Yeah.
have to go get a divorce and he may never marry.
Yeah.
But if
Right.
it did happen and she see, I'm sure him gonna be like, yo, she see and she ride with me.
Actually,
yo, me
no,
feel good.
I'd
Me
actually,
feel good.
to be very honest with you, bro, I'd actually prefer, you see, if my partner see me like that,
Yeah.
there's going to be a shift in me where I'm just almost going to be avoidant. Come here and say, yo,
No, but if she it
weird.
depends on her reaction. If you see a genuine reaction from her and she say, yo, she convinced you say, yo,
Yeah.
That no fears.
I think it's gonna be hard for me to look past the facts that I even got there.
That's the
and I
thing.
know like that you're with me and I'm still able to get there. Like it's not supposed to possibly.
No, baby, I never she caused it at the
No,
time.
no,
She
she,
just,
no matter what happens, I'm
I
at a
think it's
point
more
where
for him.
If I ever
Yeah.
get there, that means that I have had a false safety. I may have worked for them. I can't do it with somebody.
oh,
Right.
okay.
That's my-
Yeah.
That's how my head go.
Yeah, and like there's just some things that you know for see, because especially as a woman when it comes on to men,
I'm your man. You know what I mean?
men
Your
in
provider.
general,
Yeah.
we know that men can get very angry.
I was going to touch
You
on that,
understand? Hold on. We know that men can get very angry. And we know there are different levels of anger that they can get to. Right? I wouldn't want to see my person get to a level of anger where they could no harm themselves or other people, given what the circumstances is. As in, you know, somebody do something to your family member or worse, your child, and then you are forced to know protect yourself and that child.
Or
You know what I mean?
invite harm.
Right, all right, exactly. So like, yes, we want to know how bad a person can get, but I feel like certain lines we just nothing want cross or nothing want to see, because we have to understand that when you get people to a certain point, there's a chance that they may never
As a matter
come
of
back,
fact,
and then you get
yeah.
traumatized and you never come back and you never see them the same.
Yeah.
So I think if we can just keep it to just like, if it happen,
Yeah.
then
As a matter of fact, as I say, you should never. I need a partner that now go want me get so comfortable that me feel like me can do that. If you ever encourage me that I can, is a red flag.
yeah, because I know some
that's why
women.
my situation unique.
Yeah.
Other men, you should be comfortable enough to get to. But me, you don't
Yeah.
encourage me to let go.
Like
To
some
that
women will
extent.
say,
Yeah.
oh, my dad, my man, me go annoy him, me go piss him off, see how angry him can get.
Yeah.
No,
Or baby can be as you can let go, you can let go the control. Don't do that
no,
with me.
you have to have
You have to encourage me if
self-control.
it- yeah.
Why would you want to anger your man to the point where him? Because we know that some women are okay with men hitting them. You know what I mean? And some women will say, oh, I want to see him lose control to the point where if him going to hit me.
Nah, bro.
Why?
That's
It
red
might
flag.
lick you and you stay lick down there. You can't get up back.
That's the thing.
So we like to push people to the limit. Stop trying to push people, because it might be to a point of no return. So you have to be mindful, because you don't want to push a person to a limit where they lose self-control, and the self-control end up backfiring at you and harming you. And then you're going to say, why? If me did no man. No man. Try see if you can keep the thing at. I mean, personally for me, I don't want to ever see my partner get to a place. Yeah, I've seen him angry, but I don't want to see him get to a place where he has to now defend his life or somebody he loves. No. Because you ever say a man in an animal mode yet? I have seen that
My jaw is broken because
listen,
of that.
listen.
Horrible.
I've seen a man in animal. When Danique, and I'm telling you as a woman, a man in animal. When I say men are animals,
Well, look on
feral.
two man are
I
fight,
have
you'll see it.
hold on. I have seen that right in front of my face, charging at me.
At you.
Yes.
Not somebody else in front of
no,
you?
I was in college. That the man broke into the house. Apparently, he was on cocaine. He was out, and to see somebody charge at you
That's
with a
traumatizing.
cutlass,
That's traumatizing.
running after you, and you're now thinking to yourself, "Am I going to die or not?"
Yeah.
I promise you, you don't ever want to see a man in that. I've never seen so much rage, and you look into a person's eye and you see nothingness.
Around there.
Like when somebody say you're looking at somebody's eye and it's dead and there's no light and then there's nothing.
Yeah, man.
That's what that person had in his eyes. I never want to see a man like that, especially a man that I am with, get to that stage.
True.
It's something that is scary.
And perfect metaphor. Bipolar is basically sometimes the ability to just, in an episode, I can tap into it like that. That's dangerous.
It's
That
like when
should
you have
be-
a superhuman
emergency, but
thing.
I just feel that it's emergent time and it just no fear, no pain receptors. That's dangerous. That's somebody that good for the army. Like you can send me out, I'll topple a country. But like in a normal living situation, that's not good.
Yeah, it's scary. As Jeremy said, Russia probably could have lift up the tour with one time, because
Brother.
when they go up here mentally, it have nothing to do with physicality and how him small or skinny or whatever. Him just have that because the person that was charging on me was very tall, but
Jaja.
very slim. And I've never seen a man
Yeah.
kick off a door and a grill off its hinges.
Yo, wait.
When I say, you know, like when you watch a movie and you see them
Wait, what? Him
freeze.
injured, but him not feel it. I'm sure him injured.
because when we
man,
when we
Yeah,
came back
I'm
out
sure
of the
him foot
room,
broke or something.
there was blood everywhere
him
because he
injured
kicked
himself
off the
with
door
that.
and he stepped on all
But
the things,
nah,
but he
feel it.
didn't care. There was just blood everywhere, and at the
Same,
door, kick off the grill, kick
Yeah.
off, and it's in the hallway now.
Yeah. And my doctor said my brain make cocaine, literally, as you said that. So
Yeah.
in my situation, making up in the fight, them did bust my jaw, the teeth them fly out, sever from the nerve. I may hold up my jaw, but when I feel it. And when I reach hospital hours later now, I feel the breeze blow past the nerve in my jaw. I say, oh shit. Like that's how so bipolar can be literally your
Because
brain and make cocaine.
even with depression, my depression is like sometimes like if I go to some remember high school, I had to do my SBA about 4 times. I got so angry. I
Well, she alone
dismantled
can't
I
love you.
dismantled the bookshelf as well as like Manila tear off the door for the wall and then bruise up. I did not care, and I was like you got to the point like my mother therefore just hold me down. And to this day, like she sees when I'm depressed, I see when I'm angry, like I know something and I was like, I don't want to go near him like that. I prefer that side of me be
Take it
closed
back,
off.
You guys aren't actually healthy at all.
No, that's how weird.
No,
Guys,
no,
this is what healthy
no.
looks like.
We're back.
We are
This is what healthy
open.
looks like.
You are in denial.
Being
Technically,
healthy,
you are dangerous on it.
Yeah,
yeah.
out of Halloween, yeah.
being
She not
healthy,
express nothing about herself, you know, nothing.
being healthy is willing for able to sit down and
Talk
about
about
this.
it,
I was like,
exactly.
yeah, I know this and that.
I couldn't do this if I wasn't over him. That's probably all about.
Well, y'all.
She ready to go read
Why?
a
Me
book.
not tell you. This was a very nice therapy session. She Russian come in here. Russian said, "Jesus, I know much thing me have got edit now them in your whole long." And Russian come in here for saying, But guys, thank you so much, Jammar. Big up yourself. Thank you so much for coming
course.
again. We appreciate you, Tyrese.
Please, people don't
Thank
feel sorry
you.
for me.
No, me not feel sorry for you, but I'm just saying respects to you for just. You feel sorry?
In the beginning, I do want back my volleyball, you know.
Let me see I take off your glasses, man.
Soft.
Oh,
You know, for sure your appreciation for let's buy me a good lunch.
oh
You know?
Jesus. Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, to the people out there, guys, whatever it is that you're going through, just know that you are loved, by someone. And if you don't feel that there's someone who loves you, always remember that God loves you, and that's the most important thing there is. And if you need help, seek help. There are so many avenues out there, so many persons out there that are willing to help you. And just remember, if nobody loves you, God loves you. But I'm just letting you know that even though I don't know you and you're watching, I love you. I have so much love to give. And of course, a special note to the man them out there. Some Jamaican man them out there.
Be careful.
Us as Jamaican women, we love you and we appreciate you so much and all the hard work that you do. All right, so just take your time. You don't have to achieve all the things all at once, but just know that you are loved and you are appreciated very, very much. Yeah,
Feel wow.
that's my 2 cents. Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Right. No.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you next episode.